Hi friends, welcome to Tutors Funny channel. Today I am going to teach the point of sale system or inventory management system project using Springboot application along with the Angular. The backend is a Springboot, frontend is a Angular. How to make the system step by step we'll teach, right? So let's before start the project we have to go to the documentation. So these are the tables: category, brand, products, sales, and sales details. So these are the system, right? The category, you have a category. First, you have to understand category. What is the category? You have a TV. There is a category. The status you can select as true or false, right? TV as a category. So here you can see the TV, which is a category, right? So another category which is a chair or washing machine, which is another category, machine, right? So you have another category which is a drinks. That's another category. Okay, there is a these are the called as category, right? This category has a brands. Okay, the category has a brand. So you can see the brand, which is a LG, which is a brand. The Sony, which is a brand. These are the called as brand. Samsung, the Nokia, which is a brand. Okay, so Nokia, right? So these are the brands. Okay, Sony, Nokia, right? So you can see the status true, false. You can make it. So products. Okay, so one category has a many products. So one category because a TV, which is a many products, me. So here we have a description. It's a brand and category. You write it, right? So one product, one category has a many products. Okay, so products. Imagine you have a LG. There is a model. So 20-inch TV, 20, 40-inch TV. There is a model or something. The product code, right? So description something like that. The brand which is a LG, category which is a TV. So we have a price 20,000, quantity we have a 100 quantity we have, right? So this how we have a product will be added. So the at a appropriate category and appropriate brand you have to select them. If it is a product, say LG. So there is a brand which is a another TV which is a Sony, some brand. So here what happened is the category is the same, which is a TV, but brand should be the different, which is a Sony brand. Okay, so that is the relationship. Okay, one brand has many products. So one LG brand has a many products. LG, there we have a TV, so we can select any other products, right? Okay, TV. So we have a washing machine, which is a LG. So this is a LG, which is a many products. Okay, so another one I am going to make it as LG, which is a washing machine. Some of the brands are LG. Okay, so here the description is a LG, which is a washing machine, which is the category which is changed it as which is washing machine. This is how we are make it the product. The price should be whatever. I just give the price, quantity 200, what if it is, right? So in the TV 10,000, you have to imagine before you have to make the system, the scenarios must, right? The scenarios must, right? So here this is the sales and sales detail we will discuss about later because you have a confused, right? So this is the diagram. This is how the sales system is work. Simply I have teach here is category, brand, and products. Okay, one category has many products, one brand has many products. Right? If it is a TV, imagine you have a TV. TV has many products. So here it's a TV. TV has many brands. One category has many brands. Okay, one category has many brands. TV is one category. TV consists of LG, Sony, Nokia, like this, right? So this is how we have saved the things in our products table. First you have a product name, which is LG TV. So the description, brand you have to select as LG, category you have TV. This you have to understand these things, right? So here, if you are not understanding, you have to you think about that. Okay, you just get the screenshot of my video here, this one. You just think about how the system works, right? We have to keep in your mind, right? Now let's go to start the project. Go to Google and type Spring Initializer, right? So you go to here, you have to configure the project first. Select language as Maven, the project as Maven. This you have to configure the Maven, language Java. Spring boot, you have to select as default one. Here the project here example dot I'm going to select as this example as it is. You can give your project company name, whatever you can give here. I just keep as it is. This one project name I got is POS, right? POS. So I have select the version as 17, right? 17, right? You have to this is how the project package has been created. Come example POS. If you want to change this one, you can change it your company name, whatever, right? So dependency, you must add this dependency web. This is must. Second dependency I'm going to Lombok. Okay, so here it's manage the constructor and get and set method and everything. You have to simply manage them here. Third one I'm going to make it as, after that we need another dependency which is JPA, which manage the SQL queries, right? All the SQL queries were managed by JPA. Okay, this is we have to handle in the RESTful API. This is a Lombok. After that we need another dependency which is a MySQL. Click on this. These are the dependencies, right? So these are the basic Spring initializer configuration. You have to note that, right? This is the basic one, right? So you have to select the char. Okay, the package. This is the things you have to double check of this. These all things are correct one, correct one, right? After that, generate. Now here project is generated. Here, this is your project. So I just copy it. Going to put into my E drive. You can put into which drive you want. I just put it to my E drive. I'm going to extract it. Right click, extract file. Click OK. So I extracted. So you can see here this is my file. Okay. So now I'm going to open up my IntelliJ IDEA. So this is the professional editor for writing the code. So okay, if you are not installed the IntelliJ IDEA in your machine, you have to install the IntelliJ IDEA. Go to the respective website which is a IntelliJ IDEA download. So you have to click on this and install it, right? So you have to install it, right? So I am going to already install. I have to open up file, open. So go to my E drive. Here where I have put my project E drive, which name is POS. So you have to get them. It's P. The letter P. You have to here this one, right? So select. You have to not to open this. Go inside this folder. They are saying here this one. Here you have to open it, right? So here, so go to my this not here. Here inside the folder we have a folder. This one you have to open, right? You have to click on this open. Right, trust project. You have to open. I have open out my new window. Right, this is how we have open up the project. So you have to wait until all the dependency I have given in my Spring initializer, all the things are get generated. You have to wait a little bit time. It will be configured your project here. Here all the dependencies installed successfully. Now you can see here this is the pom.xml. Right, you can see this is your project. You can see the pom.xml. Okay, this is all the dependencies you can check it. So here you can install the. You can see here this is your Java version 17 we have selected. These are the dependencies. You can see the dependency stack. Here we have JPA, web, MySQL connector, Lombok, right? This is the starter dependency. So okay, this all the dependencies should be there inside your pom.xml. You can double check it. This Java version here. But the version you are selected 17. All things will be available in the form.xml. You can check off your project. What is the project name you are given? The step not version, all the things are there, right? This everything should be there, right? So here 3.2.3, this all the things will be there, the version, all the things there, right? Perfect, right? So now we are done successfully. Now let's create our packages. That is must. Right. So what we are going to see is a src folder. Inside the src folder main. Inside the main there is a Java folder. Inside the Java folder we have a comp.example. This is the package we have created. So here is a package. Here we have given the name. Right. That project package it has been created. This is the main Java main application. The post application. You can see the main method should be there. Right. Select this package. I'm going to create all the packages now. Select this one, new. First package I'm going to create as a controller. Right, controller. After the second package I'm going to create here as entity. Third one I'm going to create here as DTO. Fourth package I'm going to create as repo. After that service. Right. These are the packages we have created. Right. These are the packages. Right. So this is the model view architecture. The entity which will be managing the database schema. So first we have to create the entity first. So entity table I am going to create. First one is a right click, new class, which is a category. So get a category class. Okay, so category. Right? You have create the category class. Right? So category, what you're going to do is we have to first you have to add the annotation first. So that's one you have to entity. Right? Annotation entity. Right. After that we have another one is a table. Yes, second table, table. Right? So table we have to make as a property. We have a name equal. This one should be the category. This we have a category should be the table. Category table has been created. Right? It's a category. Right. Perfect. After that, what I'm going to do is here category. We have to implement the rows, columns. Right? So we have to go to the resources. Inside the resources folder, we have a application property. Inside the application property, I have pasted this code. So here, what I did is a configuration. Here we have create the database, right? So in the database, we have created inside this file. So inside the resources folder, we have an application property. Here we have a project name. You have to add the project name, post system. You have to implement the port. Here we have create. The first time we are going to create the database, you use the create. After that, here the database driver, MySQL SQL driver, you have write what is the driver driver. This is a new driver. So CJ, you have to import the CJ. This is driver class, you have to add it over here. After that, the URL where your database is resided. So you have to create the database in this port. Here, your MySQL workbench. After install your MySQL workbench, here this is the port. So here you can see go here, this is the port. Right? This port I have given here. This is a database I am going to create. So we have to write this database. Right? So here it's a database, create database. If the database not exists, you have to create it. Here root, so username, password, root at 123. This is the user credential of MySQL SQL server. Okay, while installing the MySQL workbench, this is a user credential. If you are not you don't know how to install the MySQL workbench, I have given the video description how to install the MySQL workbench step-by-step tutorial. You just click on my video description below. You can watch them. Right. After that, JPA configuration, you have write the new way. This is the new way to configure the database JPA configuration. You have write like this. Okay, this is all the source code I have given you. Don't worry about that. Now let's run it. After done the stuff, you have to run it and check it. Okay, I'm going to delete them right now. Later on we have to edit, right? Okay. Now first you have to check it. That it's working. It's working. Okay, it's no problem. It's working. So you have to run and check it. Here, it's working. No problem. It's working. No problem. Right? Now what you're going to see here, what I did here is you have to take the entity. First you have to implement the entity. Annotation is the entity. Second one is you have to implement the table, which is a category. Table name which is a category. Okay. Category table consists of two columns. So those are, I'm going to add these two columns. So I'm implemented these two things. Don't worry about it. I'll explain it. So here, what I did here is, so you can see here this one, we now need a column. Right. So what I did here is, so you can see here, separate, right. So here first you have to create a variable private in cat ID. It's a category ID. First one is the second column. I'm going to write it in cat name, which is a category name. This is a string type. This is an integer type. Third one is a boolean active. This one should be the third variable. This is a boolean variable whether status is true or false. Right? We have a create the status is true or false. So write it. This is a fields. This one should be our API fields, right? So this is the column where we have created our database column. So you have write at column. So this annotation you have to write it here. This annotation you have to write. This is annotation. You have to write column. Okay, at column. This is the annotation. Right. So you have to write the annotation. So column. So if you write it, you can write it. Yeah, just copy and paste. That's why it takes some the red color should be changed. Press or press enter key. The color will be take care of this. Okay, this if you import this namespace. First, if you write it this one here, I'm going to write here. You can show you cat ID. So here column at column. Just there. This column name equal. This one should be cat ID, comma length. Okay, put it 11. But I just use 11. So same thing you have to write it this column name. Okay, this is the three columns I have write. This one is a cat ID, cat name, and active. So this one we have to write the auto increment part. So how to write the auto increment part? You have to write it over here. This one you have to call it ID as a primary key, generate value. So okay, so you have to write first ID as a primary key. So how to set the auto increment? So you have to write ID primary key. This is how we have to set the primary key value. Okay, ID as a primary key. Second one I write as a you have to write is this one auto increment field. Your gen type. So this one you have to if you write it here. If you write generate value, here write it generate value. You write strategy equal generate type auto. You write like this. So here you have to write it here. That's all. You write it here. Right? This is the first column I'm going to create. This is the first entity I'm going to create. Okay, category. So we have a it consists of cat ID, category name, and active. Okay, this is three phase. You have to get it here. Okay, okay, this is a field. Okay, I already showed what a category table. Sorry, category, cat ID, cat name, active state. This one. Okay, it's a table. So if this one also you can here you can write stop and run the application. You can check it. But it's okay, fine or not. It's working. Here the table has been created. Here the table has been created. Table has been created. Here this is how we have created category. It's a table. It will be created. Here you can see the table creation. So you can go to the MySQL page. You can check it here. So to open up, so here schema. Here post system, which is our name we have given inside the category field. Here it's a category table has been created. Here select all. Here it's cat name, cat ID, cat name is active. This is created like this by here. Okay, this is entity type. Okay, now I hope you guys who understood things well. I'll see in my next lecturing. Thank you. Hi friends, welcome to Tutors Funny channel. This is the part 2 tutorial of point of sale system step by step. So here in our last class we add the entity class. We have to add the entity class. So let me continue the things. Okay, so here I already explained the Spring layer architecture. If you are not watching my layer architecture video, you just go to my video description. You can watch them. It's very must. Okay. So first we have to go to the DTO. The record is coming via the DTO from the front end, right? So what you are going to do is you have to right click. You have to create the DTO. So you have to create the DTO. You have to create class, Java class. You have to make it as this category category DTO. Right, category DTO. This is a class. Okay, this is a DTO class. Second one, I'm going to create the second one. This is a DTO category DTO save method. Right. Third one, you have to write category DTO update. Right. Now what you're going to do is, it just this one, all things is just cut off and paste it over here. This is a DTO. This one we don't need them. This all the things we have only the this fields only need. So this is a DTO category DTO. We have this. We have get request. We get the data, right? So they get the data. So after that save data, you just copy this, paste it over here. The save data we have right paste it over here. This is save DTO. Okay, so only we no need a ID field because ID field should be auto increment part, so that we get rid of this ID field. The rest of the field is must cat name and activity. Third one is a update record. We have a these the three things are needed: cat ID, cat name, activity. Right. So these are the things. These are the flow works. Right. DTO, which is passing the record to the controller. So the DTO, which is passing the record to the controller. Right. Record is coming from via the DTO format. It is passing the controller passing the service passing to the repo is the one who communicate with the database and add the record to the database. Right. That's how the Spring Boot flow is working. Right. So now what you're going to do is, this is okay. Now I'm going to go to the controller class controller. We have write the controller category controller. Right. It's a category control. Third is a category control. Category controller, we have to implement the REST controller. REST controller, which will be in the REST controller, manage the RESTful API request. Second one should be the cross origin, which is manage the front end request, the which origin it is the request is coming. Third one, if you have write it as a third one, we have a thing is we have write this one, right? The category controller request mapping, right? This is a request mapping. You write a request mapping. Okay, request mapping. The request mapping API. Here you have write the path. You have write API. Sorry, it's the API. You have write API slash v1. It's nothing but a version. It's a category. Right? You have to define the path look like this. So here inside this category, first you have to declaring the methods. Okay. So what you're going to do is I'm going to first you have to make two methods. Okay, this category and first you have to write the save category. So we have to write like this. So I'm going to like this one. So I'm going to type like this. Okay, you can see here category. First I'm going to write the public, which is string method, save category. Save category. You have to create the method save category, open and close bracket. Right. This is the save method. Okay, save method. Okay, which is a string which will be returned. Okay, so return type is a post mapping. It's a post mapping. When the path is coming, path equal, you have to write here save. When the request is coming, slash save. Right? This goes to string cat name. You have to write a category name. You have to write here category service. You have to change it to the category service. Right? So the record will be the records coming from the front end. So it's coming from the front end. So it had like this. You have to write this course category DTO save. Right? Category save. Right? So the coming from the front end, this like this way. When you type the front end on the Postman or some other tool, it's coming like this. Right? your Angular application is coming that this is the API. It is passing the controller to here. It is sending the request to a category service. So category service, I'm going to create two classes, interfaces. First one, I'm going to create a interface, which is a category. Right, we have a category service, which is an interface. You write interface. This one should be interface, right? Second one should be the inside here. I'm going to make the folder, which is a which one should be the IMPL. So IMPL. This folder, you have to write category service IMPL, service IMPL. So this is a class, right? This flow is working like this. This is the way it's a flow is related. When the record is coming over here, it is sending to where the category service. So you have to write this name. You have to hit AutoWare. You have to write AutoWare. AutoWare. You have to write here AutoWare. You have to write this one category service. The class service. This one should be the private. That's it. That's the simple stuff you right. This one we have to get it over here. In category service, we have to create the method which is a add category. What is the thing you are going to add? What is the record is coming from the front end? This one you have to pass it over here. Right? The flow is working like this. So here, when you write here, simple example, when you write a postman, imagine you have postman. This is the postman, the front end tool. I'm the testing tool we are getting. Okay, the postman, the testing tool we are getting. That so here we have tried the postman you are getting. Right, so here what I did here is now you can see here likewise. Right, you can see here this is a postman. Right, here you can see I'm going to make the new request. Right. So here I'm going to the body. So here what's the record is coming. So here I'm going to write the row. Check JSON record. First one is these two things. You can see here. Now you can clearly understand what I going over here. There's a request. The request is coming via the front end. DTO. Here this is the things. Save DTO. This is two things. Here when you add the record here like as a front end. The category name TV likewise. TV, comma which is a true boolean type is a true. True, which is true. You can see the true. Click send button. It's coming. The record is coming over here. It will be passing to the controller. It's receiving the data. It will be passing here. Okay, that's how it's coming. Okay, it's coming first here. This save DTO. This save DTO receive the record to here. Save method. When you the endpoint is saved, it goes to here. Go to the add method. Add method we have created where to create it. This method is add category. If you have mentioned it where you can add it at category service, so you have to mention it here category service. So category service method will be automatically created. You have nothing to do it. It automatically method should be created. Very simple. Okay. After that, you have to this method we have to extend it here so that outright you have extends category service. That's it, simple stuff. So it will be taking the error. You have to implement change this one as an implementer, right? So you implement method. You have to implement add category. You have already created the method which is you have to implement. That's the thing. It will be great, right? Now this one we have to make the annotation which is a service. The service annotation. That's the service annotation. So sorry, not extends. Sorry, the implements keywords, not extend. Sorry, say implements keywords. right? Interface which can be implements, right? It's not text and implements. Okay, that's why it's take. Right. This one we have what the things service which will be passing the repository. The repository is the part which will be communicated with the database. Repository is nothing but it's managed with the SQL queries. If you want to write the when you add the record insert into table category, okay, cat name, status, that's all the query SQL query managed by the JPA which is handling here this repository. That's the thing it will be doing by the repository. Okay, isn't it right? So what I did is repository. I'm going to make the repository, right? So repository, I'm going to make it as simply you write it over here. Where's my right click, select the package repository class. Here set interface. This one should be the category repository repo. Like it, you can write repo. Simply you can write repo. Okay, press enter key on your keyboard. Repo has been created. Now here we have to add the JPA repository. So you have write extend keywords JPA repository. Here this one should be the category of the this one should be directly not add the record into the database repo. It adds another layer called entity. So here we have database schema. So the schema you have write here category. So the schema also you have write here. You have to import the class schema, right? Schema is handling here example positive. So this one integer. Integer means your primary data type, which is here this type is there, it's integer. So we are this one should be the integer. Int means integer. So if it is a long, you have to give here as a long. So this now at the moment it's integer, so that we have to define here as a integer. Right? That's a simple stuff you have to handle. Repo extend JPA repository mean here you can see the JPA repository. All down the control key down, click on this. Here this all the save method, all the methods should be there. Delete method, all the things should be there. You can consider all the things. Okay, here so all the methods should be here where your all the CRUD operation will be handling. Your all the programming functionality will be handling these methods in order to do the program in Spring Boot application. Very simple. Okay, very simple. It's handling all the methods as well. Perfect. Right? Okay. Now what you're going to do is we have to done this thing so far well. Now let's moving to the part where the add category. Right. So okay. Now here we have right this also, so you have to auto add that auto add. You have to write what I did here private. You have to write this one category repo. Right. It will be this one should be passed into the repo, right? This category service should be passed into the repo. The repo should be communicate the database and the record into the database. So here what I did here is here I'm going to add the data. So simply you write it over here. Category IMPL, service IMPL. You have to just I'm going to copy this, right? So this I will explain down to it. So here the flow, what I did here is the record is coming here, right? This record is coming here, so we have to explain it again, or you will not understand, right? Right. So here I'll be explaining. Don't worry. Right. So here first what I'm going to do is the record is coming from where controller, the service passing IMPL. So the record is here. Now I'm going to fetch the data into the repo to entity. So how to write it here? Your write is the category. So this is our which one? This is one. This is our entity. Right? So entity. It's a category. It's entity. So here entity category. Right? Category. We have created the object category equal. I'm going to write here simply new category. You get the object new category. New category. Right. So here category. So here what I did here is here My record is coming from where? It's a DTO format. DTO format, you'll get the record one by one. DTO, save DTO. You have to category DTO save. So here, I'm going to type put one dot. Here we have to implement the, here have made some mistake, man. Sorry for that. So here, we have implement the entity class. So here we have implement the class, but I haven't defined any properties yet. Okay, so here we have didn't implement the in our entity, we have didn't implement our get and set method and everything. That's why here we have write it, I forget it. Okay, so in order to passing the data, we have to implement the constructor and get and set method. Otherwise, it won't work. Right. So here you have to go to the entity. Right. So here this one, we have created the object of entity class. Right. The entity class object. Okay, this schema where we have the record is this is a column format. This is the auto increment. We don't need them. This one should be here. We have put in the auto increment, but generate auto. The rest of the field is must. So we have write like this. So here, what I did is implemented. So where we have implemented the save category control right. So here click on this here constructor. So here write constructor. Simply right click, generate constructor. All the fields, I'm all on shift key down, select all the fields, click OK. Again, we have all the things, all the fields. Second constructor, I have to make it as a parameter constructor. Get rid of this ID. Rest of the fields, we have to get them. Third one, we have a generate, implement the get and set method. All the fields we should be there. We have to pick up all the fields. That's right. That's the thing you have right. Okay, this is how the implement the entity. That's a get and set method. Right. So after that, we have another thing is a string. Your method. So right click, generate. You have write the toString method. You have write implement this one. Right. That's all thing you have did it. So after that, we have write we have to not to implement another constructor which is a no argument constructor. It's blank constructor. That's the thing you have write. Okay, that's it. Okay, now we here when you implement a constructor, but it's a parameters constructor, all the values should be there. After that, we have only two fields should be, we have to implement the category and activity. Third one is constructor is a blank constructor. After that, you implement the get and set method. After the string function, these are the functionality you have to implement. That's the thing you have to write. Right. Now you can see category DTO, the same thing here, DTO as well. Save method also, because DTO also we have to implement that method as well. So how to implement that? So here you can implement it via like this way, generate the same thing constructor and here. Otherwise we don't need them this one, right? Instead of writing the same things, we are just copy and paste it. You simply you have to write this one. We have to add the package which is a in the form.xml which is a long book. We already know there's a long book. Okay, so the long book. So what you are going to do is the long inside the long book, all the constructor and get and set method is there. I already talked about this one. So what I did here is simply you have to implement it over here. All arch constructor, no arch constructor here data, long book data. So it is nothing but a get and set method. This is no arch constructor, all arch constructor. That's it. Simply we have write it here. Very simple. Now here category DTO.save method. If you click on this dot, now you can see get. Now here what the problem? Save method. Right, save method. Save DTO. Right. So here what the problem? Okay, category. It's a get and set method. So we write again. Dot Here we have tried DTO dot, we have tried get, why it's not coming. Okay, sorry. Here also we only put here only. Okay, here this all the constructor, all the things you have to put it is same method as well. The DTO, the update also we have to put it this one. This all the add construct. That's why it's not coming. Now here you can see here. Put here get cat name is coming. We already there it's get name. Second field is a category save DTO dot is active. There's a two methods are there. That's it. That's the thing you write it. Right, that's two methods are written. Right? Okay. Now what you're going to do is we have saved the data. So you write how to save the data via the DTO format. Save the data via the repo. So the repo you have to implement repo. There is a method called save. Say which one? This category. This is all the DTO format. You have to get them and as a category, put it to this object. You have to save it. That's the thing you have to write save. After that, you have written as, I'm going to return as a name. Now I got the category name. So this category, I'm going to send the message as get name. Get name to front. Get name. Right? That's the thing you have to write it. But that's a simple stuff you have to write it. Okay. So after that, what I did here is we have to bring back to the application here. You have to return. You have to get the return this cat name. Here. You have to return this cat name. Right? That's the things we have to write it over here. That's the thing we have to write it over here. Otherwise, you can write instead of that. We have to write record added. Now let's check it. Open the Postman. So here we have a what is a port? This is a port, right? So let's run the application first. So, okay, let's run the application. Here it's working here. The all things are coming without any error. Now let's test the request. So here what is the port? This is a port where it's running. So you open up this one. It's a post request. So this is the API. We already did the API post request, which is localhost HTTP localhost. What's the port we are defined? This is a port. This is the API. So just copy save method. This is a save method. This is the endpoint. Save method endpoint. Okay. Now here this is a JSON format. It's a post request. This is a port. This is the API path. API path nothing but this like the path we are given requestment. This is a path is coming. This is the endpoint save. Right. Now let's copy. Now let's click. What's the problem? Yeah, accidentally I haven't typed this one. Sorry. Right now here now you can see send, but one it's not added or not. Let me check. Record this. What happened? Is there any problem? Let me check it. It's added here. It's working. Here you just see here it's resolved. What's the problem? Get not all right. The problem get not support. So get post mapping. Now let's check it. Now you go to the database. But the database this one. Let me check it. Database is post system. Click on this. Data source. MySQL. Root at 123. Database is this. Test the connection. Download the driver is missing. Let me download the driver sometime problem. It's a version, the current version is getting downloaded. Wait. The connection is succeed on apply. Okay. Now it is coming here. I got it. Now what happened? Suppose system. This is your database. Right. This is a category table. You can category table. Here this one should be cat ID is auto increment, but the cat name. What's the problem? Get name both are null. Right. So what I did is the error is showing resolve get not support. What's the problem is here for the controller. Here what's the problem? If you have returned here get, you have not written here request body. There's a body. The request is this body data should be coming. This body data should be coming over here. That's the problem. That's the problem. Right now, let's again going to run the application. Right now, what you're gonna now let's just start the same thing. TV category true. Now here's TV is display. It's working. Now here I'm going to the category radio. Active true. Radio display. Now let me go to my thing. See, it's working. Now category you have to refresh it here. Category here all here. It's working perfectly well. Cat ID 1, cat ID 2. This activate. Here it's working. The flow is working like this. The problem is here. It's not support. If you are not putting the request, but it's not working. Okay. The record is coming via the DTO format. This is this. If you write it here, send points coming the DTO format. This DTO format passing data to the controller. Controller passing the service. Service passing the service IMPL. It will be get. You have to create. It will be save the record via the. It is entity schema. So the in between the schema and service there is a layer called repo. Okay, so you have to create the object of entity. So entity object, what's the data is coming via the DTO format, it will be converted as an entity type. You have to now you have to save the record via the DTO the repo object dot save. Repo is a database query management system. Okay, the query insert into like this, right? So here repo.save, there is a predefined method called this object we are passing, that is added successfully. Right. It completely success. We have to do it in another video too. Rest of the things we will discuss about in the video. Thank you. Hi friends, welcome to Tutors Funny channel. In our last class we saw how to save the category part. In this class I am going to teach how to view and update and delete the category sections. Right. Let me continue the video. Right. Here if you achieve the save section you are using the post mapping. If you view the records we are using the get mapping. So you have to write get mapping. So get mapping annotation. So you have to write the path. You have to write the path where it's coming like this one, get category. Likewise you write get category, you write get category inside the double quotation mark, you write get category. You have a function, you have to write it over here. Now I'm going to get the record, so I'm going to make the function. So that the public function public list. So right here you have to call the DTO. The record is coming via the DTO format, category DTO. You have to get the DTO format, so you have to get the comment here, right? Category DTO. Get all category. Open bracket and close bracket. Now here we have list also. We have a alt plus enter key. The list class will be imported before. Now I'm going to what the thing is. If you are request the front end for get all category, it it will be returned to the list of category details via like this way. We have to details will be retrieved, right? So how to get it here? You have to write the list. I need to list like this way. So you have to category DTO. You have to write here all category equal. You have to go to the category service dot get all category, category, right? That's it. So you have written all category. You have written it like this. That's all, right? So now here we have to make the function. You have to select this one. Click on this. You have to create the function on here. That category service. You have to create the function. So here IMPL you have to implement it here. Click on this. You have to implement the IMPL. Implement that get all categories. Right. Now here what I'm going to do is here what I'm going to do is here I'm going to get this details. So we have to get the all the list of details. So what you're going to I'm going to explain to you. Don't worry. So you have to get it like this way. So here what I did here is when the request is coming, here this one we have to find the request from the database. So how to find the database? So you have to call the repo. There is a find all method. Okay, list of categories. We have to find it where we have to find it. The repo will be find out where through the entity, which is a category entity. Here where we have to find the details, right? So get list category. We have to create the object. We have to find using the repo. Repo find or mean this is the repo. Repo, this is a JPA. If you have all the control key down and select this one, all the CRUD related function will be reside on over here, right? So here we have to find the details. What the details is coming is find it here. It is assigned to here. After that, we have to get the details from the database and we have to save. We have to show it to the front end as a DTO format. So we have to write this say DTO category DTO. You have to write this one category list. You have to write the category list. You have to category list. Category list. This is you have to make that array list. After that, for category, this category entity, we have to make the object category, get all category, this get all category, right? So after the category, we have to set it to the DTO format to front end. So we have to write this DTO format to front end. So get this record, it will be getting from the entity via the database. So we have to write this category dot get ID, get name, and activity. So we have to get it like this. Right, get and set method, use the get and set method. We have to retrieve the data. After that, we have to set it to the category list like this way. Right, category list this way. We have to set it like this. Right, that's the thing we have to write it. Okay, this is a view. That's how we have to list it. Right, this one will be goes to our front end. So front end means here. We have our front end here. Right, it get the receiving the data. Right, when the record is coming here, endpoint you are typing the category slash get all customer category. So we have to return list of the data. So we have to call the get category service. So it will be, it can't directly load. Once the request is coming, it will be find out through the DTO via category entity, load the data, you have to get one by one and set into the DTO format. Right, here your DTO format, set the DTO format to front end. Right, now let's test that is there any error or not. Let's execute the program and check it. Let's execute a program. Right, now here get all customer, here you have to make it as a get request. Here you have to make it as a get all customers. So you write here you write get all customers. So you write get all customers, get all category. You have to get all category. You have to write here. You have to write it here. Here set it. Now it's not there because I have to add the record again. because here once you add the record, we have to make it as, so here it's working. So I'm going to create the record again. Here the database is create again by again. Once you create it, we have to make it as update. Here record is nothing, because here once you execute the query again by again, the database is created, right? So here after once time database is created, it will created, you have to make it as update, right? So now what you're going to do is here, once you again you have executed, the add record will be there. So now what you're going to do is I'm going to add the record. So here I'm going to first I'm going to add the record. So here uh, make the Fox request. Okay, here save. Radiate saving TV machine. Right, it's working. Now let's back to our get all method. Now you can see this one I no need that. So this is a get request. Send it. Now you can see it's coming like this. Here it's coming as a JSON format. Right here it's coming. Record is here. Radio active. It's coming. Okay, it's working successfully here. It is coming. As you can see, it's coming. It's coming successfully. You can see here. Right here it's working. Right, so it's all the get category details should be displayed successfully. Right, perfect. Now what you're going to do is here we have to do the thing is view records is fine. Now I'm going to update the record. So I'm going to go to here, go to my category controller. Here I'm going to make the method which is a update method. I'm going to make the method which is a update method. So how to make the method which is update method? You have to go to put mapping. Put mapping. You have to write put mapping. You have to write inside the double quotation. You have slash. You have to write update. You have to update. You have to write public string update category request body category update DTO category update DTO. Here right category update, right, open and close bracket. Now what you're going to do is here I'm going to make it string id equal categories. This I'm going to write category service. You have to send the category service. I'm going to explain it. Here you have to create the method update category, right? So we have updatable data. So the updatable data you have to get it here, right? So after that you have write return that. Now when the endpoint is coming update, your updatable data is coming over here. It is sending to here. So you have the method which is a category service. You have to update category method. So you have right here. You have to click on this, create the method on category service class, which is a update category here. Now we have a interfaces we have to implement it. So here we have to implement it over here, right? This is service. Your IMPL you have to implement that. So here we have click on this. You have to implement it over here. This method, right? Implement that. Now what you're going to is what the request is coming over here. Now what I'm going to do is here I'm going to go to IMPL. So to get it over here, all the things you have to get in this one. I'm going to explain it. So here what I'm did here is now here, right? Here what I did here is what the request is coming update DTO. This is update DTO file, right? What the request is coming here. First, what I'm going to do here is we have to when you edit the data, we have to get the receiving the data, right? The ID is a unique key, so we have to find the ID. First, we have what the data is coming here. The ID, this ID means this ID. This ID, what's the ID you are typing? If we are going to edit the data, the ID, what's the category ID you are getting to update. So what I'm going to do is you have to find it. Category exists by ID. So what the data is comes first one, you have to check it. If the ID is there or not. If category exists by ID, there is a method which is in our JPA, a category repo. This is a repo. So we have to write the repo here. It's a repo. You have to call it over here, category repo dot there's existing by ID. Exist by ID. It will check it whether the IDs exist or not. If it exists, you have to get the, if the IDs exist, it will be find the record and set into here, right? The IDs exist, the ID and cat name and activity and category repo save. This all data should be saved, right? Save. Okay, here save into where this entity, the entity class, this category. The entity class we have a object, we have to create category, right? So okay, this find the repo which will be find the repo through the entity via entity. After the record is exists, it will be setting category name and activity. What's the thing you have modified? After that, again you have to make it as save. You have to call save existing record, again save it, right? At this time you have to update the record, right? If the ID is not found, we have a message will be displayed as couldn't ID not exist. This is a thing we have to do it. Very simple, right? Very simple. That's a simple stuff we have to do it. Right now, let me check it. Now again, execute the record. We'll check it whether it's working fine or not. Right, it's working. Now what you're going to do is I'm going to check it. So I'm going to make it as another endpoint, which is the same thing you have to copy it. Here we have a method which is a put mapping. So put mapping. This one should be the update. The same thing like that. Update at by random, but the record is coming here, receiving here, it's passing data, record updated, right? So what you are going to do is this is the endpoint. So these are the data. I'm going to, so you have to copy this, all the things, make it over here, body, from here, write a row, open and close bracket, implement it over here. You have to write here this one. You have to get rid of these lines. Right here, category ID, cat name, activity. Here I'm going to add a category 1. Here I'm going to T, which is a will be check the records what you're going to update it. Category 1 mean it's which is a radio. So radio I'm going to change it as another one, A, B, C, whatever category, right? So we have a char. We have to make it as a char, which is a category, right? This one, the activity which is a true, make it as true, true, right? Now what you're going, now let's check it, which is a push put mapping, record update, it's working. Now you can see here, now if we are refresh it, yes, char has been changed, it's working fine, right? It's working fine. So here you can see here, char has been changed, how the flow is working. When the record is coming, if you type like this, endpoint, the record is coming here, all things are coming here via this DTO format to here, get the record, and it's sending to the category service update method over here. This method passing to a category IMPL, get the record, first find the record. If the IDs exist, the ID 1 is exist, so what happens is it will be update the record. It set the field and update the record. It's again it will be saved. The ID is not found, display this message, right? Okay, that's how the flow works. I hope you guys you understood the things well. How the record update the category modules. After that, I'm going to make it as a delete module. So here, same thing, just copy and paste it. Here, this one should be a delete mapping. Delete mapping request comes as a delete. Okay, that's a delete mapping. Okay, so we have tried this one as a your set it as a path variable. Here also you select as a path. Okay, here we have set the path, right? Path equal delete. You have to delete the slash id. You have to ID the id. So what is the id you are select? What's the record you are deleting? The respective id, right? The respective id means this id. Okay, so this is a delete mapping, right? So what you're going to do here, uh, right? So id. So what you're going to see is wrong, right? id. Now what I'm going to do is here, you're right. This one should be there, a delete category. So it's a delete category. It's a delete category. So here is a delete category. Path variable. So here we have tried this one also things we write as like a path variable. You don't need this here a path variable. You write annotation path variable. You write path variable. You write value equal id, right? The int id, right? Int id. So what you are going to write this one is a boolean type. So boolean type. So you write boolean delete category equal category service dot delete category. Right here write the id. This one should be written as deleted. Record deleted. So here this one you are sending to the category action method over here delete method. So here what you're going to do is here we have to implement this method. So we are the IMPL. So you have to implement it. Click on this to implement that methods. Click OK. Now here what I'm going to do is we have to delete a particular record by using this way. Right. So here, right, if the first one you have to check the category repo if the IDs exist or not. The IDs exist, we have write category repo. This is a repo where we have delete the record. So here repo, there is a predefined method called delete by ID. What's the ID you are retrieving, finding the ID and delete them here. This is the function where delete your entire row. What's the ID is coming here? First, it will be checked whether its IDs exist or not. Okay, that's why the Spring Boot is very simple. There is a predefined function. So the repo, there is a this is a repo. It's here. All on the control key here. There are various methods should be there. Predefined method. It will be checking the existing ID. If there, delete the row. If the ID is not exist, ID is not found. It display return false. That's all. That's a simple stuff you do it, right? Okay. Now let me check it. So here, copy this, paste over here, delete mapping. Here you have to write the delete, the API is coming delete /1. So here we can see here that delete or you can write the params. You write the params. So here write like this here, delete is endpoint delete. So you have to write like this here. Category controller. Here you have to write here the delete like this. Right, this is delete, right, delete. So you have the parameter id, this one id, this id you have to write set it as a param id, so key id. So here id delete id, here the id, the what's the id I'm going to delete, this id1 I'm going to delete. So trying to add the params 1. So you have set the params here. Okay, so params I'm going to call the params here, params id here. We have to call it like this. Now you can say set it here. Here delete mapping, click on sending. Right, category, what happened? Not found there. Sorry, The problem is here, I haven't run the code. That's why. After done the stuff, I haven't run it. That's why. Okay. Once you return the code, you have to run the program. Then only the changes will be applied. If you are not run, changes not applied. Right. Now I run the code successfully. Right. It's running. Now what you're going to do is now again you have to kill them. What happened? Something go wrong. Category / delete id 1. Right, / delete. You're right, / delete. Right, now you can write no need this one params. You have to write here delete. You have to put 1. 1 mean that what's the record you are delete. This record will be 1 char. So that char is deleted. Let me check it. The char has been deleted. You can see here. So here you can set the endpoint. You can check it. You observe this endpoint. This is mask. So here delete /1. 1 mean here I right look like this way. Here delete. Delete /1. Delete /1. The record has been deleted. I hope you guys you understood things well. You don't worry about that. This is all the source code I provide you. Thank you for. Hi friends, welcome to Tutorials Funny channel. We have completed the category section. Let me start the brand section. So brand section, first you have to make the entity. So we have already created the category class, right? So here we have created the brand. So you have to select the entity package, new. We have to create here is a brand. Brand, first what you are going to do is you have to make the entity. So select this one, pass it over here the brand. This one you have to call it as brand. Right, so here what you're going to do is inside here, so you have a generator. This all things you just copied and paste it over here. Right, so there's a generated id auto here, not a category. This is a brand id. This is the column. Right here, this is the brand id. This is the API. Yes, the API. So this is how the API we have values will be passing through the like this. So here the second one is a brand name. This one also brand name. Right, so we are declaring the length. Here also length. So here is a column activity active, whether it is which consists of true or false. It's a boolean type. Okay, here tiny int. Here select as first default 1. Right, so we have a columns brand id, brand name, and active. Right, so after that, first we have to make the entity. Second, we have to make the DTO. This is a flow working. DTO, select the DTO. Right. So the say entity. So here we have to do another thing is simply you have to make it as get and set method. So you can implement the get and set method using the no arch the constructor as well. Okay, here. Okay, all arch constructor like this. So here at the moment the entity. So here what you're going to do is I'm going to add it the normal way. Right, so like this. So you can instead of writing like this, you can import the packages. All are considered like the same thing. What I did here, right? So here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to all things I import it. So you have to understand easily, right? So here, generate constructor. All the values I'm going to select it. All the shift key down and click OK. All constructor, right? After that, right click, generate constructor. I have a 2 parameters, brand name and you select both, hold on shift key down and click OK. Parameter is constructor. Third one should be select right click, generate constructor, select non-constructor. After that we have another one is a get and set method. Right click, generate get and set method, select all the fields, hold on the shift key down and click OK. Right. After that we have a string. So we are select this one, right click, generate toString method, click OK. Right, perfect. We implement all the things. Right, perfect. Now, what you're going to do is, after done the entity class, we have to move into the DTO. Select the DTO, write it, new Java class. First one is a brand DTO. Second one, I'm going to make it as a brand save DTO. Third one would be brand update DTO. We have created three different DTOs, right? First, the category DTO, that we have to implement these three things. Copy this. We have to paste it over here. This one you have to write brand ID. So brand name. Second one is so the same properties here. So all things. Copy this. Paste it over here. We no need this space. Get rid of these lines. Right. Now here we have a brand ID, brand name, activity. So we have to implement the constructor. First we have a all arch constructor. After that, no arch constructor. Third one annotation should be the data. Right. So the same thing I just copied and the save DTO as well. You have to implement it over here. Here also we have tried these two things only. So when you save the record, we now need the ID. The rest of the field we needed, so that I just copy this. You have to paste it over here. Right. Out of the another DTO, we have to make it as a brand update DTO. We have made. So this DTO, we need all the fields. This all the fields. So we have just copied this. All the constructor we need. After that, we need these properties. You copy it and paste it over here. That's it. That's the thing you have tried. Perfect. This is the thing. Perfect. We have done the perfect thing. Right? Okay. Right. Now we successfully made the entity class and DTO. After that, you have to make the controller. Select the controller package. You have to create the controller, which is a brand controller. Right. Brand controller. First, you have to implement this annotation. So you just copy it, paste it above over here. First one is a REST controller, cross-origin, request mapping. You have the request is coming API version brand. The request is coming like this, right? So you have to define the API endpoint, right? API, this is nothing but a version brand, right? So okay, first the same thing. I just copy these two lines of the category. You no need to write. Once you made this one, the same thing, you just copy and paste it over here, right? We don't write again by again. It take too much of time to complete the project, right? Now what you're going to do is, here I'm going to make this one as a first. We have to make this one we have to make the service. The service, we have to create the service. Select the service package, right click. This one should be first one, brand service, which is not a class, which is an interface. After that, inside the IMPL package, we have to create another class, which is a brand service IMPL. Right. Okay. Right. So now what you're going to do is a brand. What you're going to do is, now you can see here, this is, we have a brand. So we have this a post mapping. When you save the record, we are using a post mapping. Path which is saved, you can write it like this. Without the path, you can write like this. This is also possible. If you want, you can put the path key equal save. The endpoint is coming brand slash save. You have to go to the public string. We have to make the function which is a save brand request body. Here we have to make it as brand DTO. Right. So here also we have to write it here as brand DTO. Save. brand save DTO. Okay, so you have write brand save, you write like this, you have written. What are the things you are write it here, you have write it, implement it here, right? So your brand save DTO. Sorry, this one should be hit, which is or present key, right? So here, so brand, yeah, it automatically it bottom, right? Now, once API request is coming from here, via the DTO format, it passing to the controller from here. It is passing to the brand name. You have to create the variable equal. It is sending to the where brand service. So you have write the here auto where. What is the auto where brand service class? This class. You have to create the object brand service, right? So this one you have to pass it over here. Here we have to make the method which is the add brand. Here this one passing to here, right? You return this brand name once you add the right. Now here we have created the method which is add brand over here. So this method you have to click on this. Here there is a red symbol button. You can see the button is there. If you click on this, it will pop up the red button. You have click on this icon. Here it will be display the text which is a create method add brand in it. It is asking you are going to create the add brand method on brand service interface. Yes, so click on this, it will be created. You nothing to do it, right? So after that the stuff, you have an interface. You only we have an interface. So this interface we have to implement it. So where we have to implement that brand service IMP. So how to implement that? You have to use here as a service. You got this one. Do the service. You have to write the service annotation because it's a service. First you have to write the service annotation. You have to write the implement keywords. You have to write the implement keyword. What then you have to implement that brand service. If I implement that, this is not error. It is telling we have a one method in the this service, which is a this service. We have to implement it. So select this one, red symbol, implement methods. Click on this. You have implemented. So far. Now what you're going to do is here. Now I'm going to add the record. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the same thing. What I did here on our category, the same thing I just copied. Paste it over here. Right. So here we have write the brand name. We can't save the record directly via the entity. So here we have the entity brand. Right. So here we have got a brand. This one. Paste it over here. Here we have write the brand DTO save. So we have write here. What you are going to do is here brand here this one. Brand DTO save. This is a brand DTO save. This method. Right. This method, we have a method which is a get. So you can see brand save DTO. If you are write like this, all large constructor, the method should be automatically implemented. So what's the method? You can get brand name here. Second one is active. It is there. So you can see here, it's active. There are two methods, right? After that, what I'm going to do is this repo. Which repo? Category repo. So here right here the right category. So here we have repo. What you're going to do is here we have write the repo. We have to create the repo which is a brand repo. This is a SQL query written part here. Right. So already explained. This is not a class. It's an interface. This interface we have a this JP repository. Just copy it. These things you have to paste on here. That's it. That's the thing we have right. So this one should be the brand, right? So all the CRUD operation is managed by this one. So all press enter key to implement your brand. This brand means this is the entity. Okay, the brand entity. This is the integer mean the primary key. What's the primary key of the field, which is an integer. If it's a long, you have to implement it over here as long. So I have write it's a integer, so that is integer. Right. Perfect. After that, what you're going to do is you have to whatever add right here private brand repo right brand repo. This one, this repo, you're pass it over here. Dot save, you're passing this brand over here. Right. So this brand you have to pass it over here. This brand dot get dot get brand name. Right. Very simple task. We have made a very simple task. We have made it. Okay, very simple task. We have made it. Right. So what is the data is coming here? We have to make the object of the entity class objects this brand. So because the entity is a part where communicate the database. Okay. So after that there is another layer called repo. This is the one where we are creating this object you are passing to here. The repo there is a method save. This one should be the right the insert query. This data is coming here. We have set the data. We are setting to this here this entity format to database. So we have to write the query. So how to write the query? We have to implement the repo. Repo is the insert into the table which name is what's the table name brand values. These are the values are coming from DTO format. These values passing to here. That's the thing you have to write it. Okay, you understand the flow, then the program is easy. So we have to write this one as a postman. Let's check it via the postman. The record is how the flow is working on the records added, right? So let me check it. Let's open up. Right now, let's run the application whether it's successfully or not. It's running, no problem. So here the brand table has been created. Here the all things has been created, brand table and everything has been created, right? Perfect, no problem. So here point system, we only the category fields are there. So here if you have to refresh it, so here now you can see the brand table has been created. Here the brand table has been created, right? So here the brand table, if you click on this, these are the following columns has been created. Now what you're going to do is we have to first you have to write here. Right. Okay. Now we have to check with this the API request whether it's coming. I have opened my Postman. So here click on this plus symbol. So this we have to check on this. So you have to check on here. So how to check on this is your you already check it this one. This is our category part. So this is a category part. Save record the same thing. Copy this. This is the post request. So this is a post mapping. You can see here this is a post mapping. Okay, this is a post mapping. Here is a post mapping. Right? So post mapping. So post mapping. So you have this post. So the post mapping you have to write the endpoint. So brand. So these are the endpoints. So you just copy it. So the API and brand. Right. Slash. There's a method which is a save. So you have to write implement a save method, which is a post request body row open and close bracket. Here what I'm going to do is I'm going to implement these things. DTO save, copy this, paste it over here. The JSON format. We have to get rid of these lines. Here we have write like this way. This one should be brand. We have write as a LG. Activity should make it as true. Okay, it's come. Let me check it whether it's working fine or not. Click send button. Here the LG is added. Now I'm going to another brand. I'm going to add the Sony brand. Click on this. The Sony is added. Another brand, Samsung. Click add it added successfully. Now you will be able to check it whether it's added or not in your database table. Here this database. Click on this. The brand is added. Brand names added. Actives and brand ID will be added. Successfully we have done the stuff. I'll see in my next lecturing. Thank you. Hi friends, welcome to Tutors Fun channel. We complete the save part. Now let's continue the remaining CRUD operations. Now the second one is we have to go to the, I'm going to go to the categories controller here. Get all this mapping. I just copy it, paste over here. Second one, you understand if you are at the record you are using the post mapping. This is the save. This goes to the save method, right? It's saving the record, right? So get mapping. So if you have viewed the record, you are using the get mapping. At each operation, we have to make the different action methods. Okay, so the get mapping is a post mapping. Post mapping is a get mapping. So view the data. So we have get all. Here the annotation you have to. This is the endpoint you are set it as get all brand. Here list we have to here a get category, not category DTO is a brand DTO. Get all brand. So here this one brand DTO. This brand DTO we have right here. So get all brand you have right here. So here this one click on this. Press Alt plus Enter key on your keyboard, and we have to implement this path where your DTO is there, right? So here, right? So here why I we have to make it as a list. This one we have to find out all the records from the database, and we have to send it to the front end as a DTO format, as a list. Make as a list format. We have to send it to the front end, so that we have to make it as list over here. Get all brand list. So get the list. You have to get the list here. You have to get all things from here service. You have to make it as a list, right? So here this one we have to send it to where brand service. Brand service we have to make one method which is a get all brand. Get all brand, right? Get all brand, right? Here we have tried this all brands. Simple, very simple, right? So here you have to return it over here. Now what you are going to do is here, that's one the request is coming from the front end where the DTO format record is. So here we have to pass into here where brand service get all brand method. So you have to first you have to create the methods. Click on this bulb symbol, create method. The method has been created. You have to go to my brand service implementation. Here click on this. Click here this implement methods. Click on here. Now the method has been created successfully. Now what you're going to do is here I'm going to go to add these two things, category implementation. Here this one, all things you just copy it, paste over here. You have to write it over here. So you have to write over here. So the brand, so we have to find this one's DTO. So you have to write brand, right? You have to get brand. So get the brand repo, right? So what I did here is what's the record coming from the front end, it will be checking through the database via the entity format to database. So this is a brand. We have to create this data schema through. We have to there is a report, there is a method called find all. We have to get all the records from find all. You are passing to here. After that here we have a DTO format, brand DTO. This thing we have created for the reason of we are sending to the front end. Okay, as a DTO format record is coming. We have to what's the request coming, you're finding the record from the database using this query brand repo find all method and passing to here via the DTO format. So it will be sending to the front end as a DTO format. Here we have tried this brand, it's a brand, get all brand, so get brand, right, get brand. So here's the DTO of category, this is not a brand DTO, so brand DTO, brand DTO, brand DTO, so brand DTO, right. So you write this, we have tried this brand, so brand DTO, right. So here's a we have to pass it here brand, this brand, brand, right. So we have to get this one as a brand, get brand ID. Second one is a get brand name, get brand name, active state, right. That's the same thing, right. It's active, this is a status, right. So what I did is so far here in the front end, what I did here is once you type this one, it's coming to here, it's passing to the brand service passing to brand IMPL. Here, receive the record, receive the request. It is find the records through the database. So this is the repo. Repo is the one who communicates with the database. It can't communicate directly. There is a model entity where it communicates. So that we have to write the entity over entity here, the brand entity. Here, list of the record. We have to find out the, we have to get the list. We have to get the find the records, get from list, right. So put into this object. So we have to loop it one by one, right. So we have to write that this entity record is coming via the entity. So you have to write the for loop. So you have to get one by one. So you have to one by one, we have set it the DTO format. So with DTO format, you have set it the DTO format to passing to the record to the front end. So the DTO format you have set it, right. So the brand get ID, you have to get this one. So you have to this one from the entity type, and this one brand here brand get name, brand name. Okay, so here this one brand ID, you have to get like this, right. You have to get it over here. After that, we have set to all the records to the entity. Record is coming via the entity format. This entity, it is converted as a brand, so it convert as a DTO format like this. So it is set into here, it will pass into here. This one we already create the list here. This list will be go to the front end. So this one we are call it over here brand list, right. This list we have to return it, right. This all the record as a DTO format. Coming by record is coming via the entity format. Entity format we have to convert as a DTO format. We have to pass into the return to the DTO format. This is the things we have to learn, right. This simple stuff you have to know about that. So now let's check whether it's working fine or not. Let's run the programming. Click on this button and run the programming first. Let's check out whether it's working fine or not. It's working correctly. Now what you're going to do is here we have writer. This all the things copied, plus symbol, paste it here, brand get all brand get all, this one, this function, this annotation to pass it here, get all. Click on this. Here the record is coming successfully here via the here all the record will be, we can is view, right. So simple. Okay, so here where v1 version brand get all brand mean this is the annotation, right. This is the end of endpoint API version brand slash get brand. Okay, perfect, right. Now let's do the third one as a update. We already make the DTO update DTO like this. These are the fields where the record is coming by this DTO format. So what I did go to do is TRS. So we have to go to the category controller, the same method put, copied, paste it here. Once you made the controller successfully, the same thing you just copy and paste it here. Only things you have to make it as you have to make the changes. Endpoint put mapping. When you update the record, you have to change the mapping as a put mapping, right? So that's the top. If you implement the method as a put mapping, the programming knows the user are going to update the records. So there's a slash update, string update. This one should be the brand request body. You're coming as a brand update detail. This one. So I just copy the same. We have to copy it, rename is copied, paste it over here. Let me make that brand update. Right. Like this, here just copy and paste it over here. Here also this one should be there. Here make the method as a service as a brand update. The service, right? So what I did here is we have to make the method which is a update brand. So we are going to update the record of the brand records. So request body, the request body mean this is a request body where we are coming from the record as a front end. This is a checking tool of the front end. So what is the record you are coming as a DTO format? What are the changes you have made? It is passing to here. So here what I did here is I'm going to send it the record to brand service update method. So still not we are not create the method in on my uh, service brand service as a update brand. So we have to click on the bulb symbol, create method has been created successfully. Now I'm going to make the implementation brand service IMPL, click on this, but make the implementation, click here. Here what I did here is going to do it here, do it over here as just remove this. I'm going to do the thing is AMPL, all things you have just copied, paste it over here, right? So here the simple stuff. Here what I did here is record is coming via the DTO format like this here. So here first you will be check it via the repo. Repo is the part where the SQL query. So we have to come record is coming. So first you have to check whether the IDs exist in the database or not. So you have to write the brand repo. The repo means this is the SQL query management. It will check it. Okay. So there is check it. There is a predefined method called exist by ID. It will be check it via this DTO brand DTO. But the coming record is coming. So that's ID. It's checking where the ID. Get brand ID, whether the IDs exist or not. Just check that the IDs exist or not. Right? So it will be check it. Right. So it will be check it whether IDs, if the IDs exist, if it is not exist, it will display the message as brand ID not exist. If it is exist coming the uh, coming inside the if condition, here we have to checking through the brand entity. So brand entity via the record we are checking via the brand entity through the this one brand repo get by ID brand category. You have set the ID. After that we have to what the record is coming here. If this exists, it is get all the records using this ID brand ID. The records would be find it and set it over here brand. So what is set is this ID you have set is the set. What is the record you ID that it will you have to make it as a set brand name. Here we have to update this one. This update. So the set brand name is a get. You have to get brand name. Right. What I did here is so here we have to make it as brand repo. We have to call this brand. That's it. Right. What I did here is if the IDs exist in the database, what is the record you are going to update it? The particular IDs exist in the database, right? So the find the appropriate record and set it over here. If you want the changes you have made it, you are set it over here. After that, again, what I did here is repo mean this is the one who is making the SQL query. Okay, update database table which is a brand, right? So set you have to write the set here. The same thing we are doing like this. Here we are normally we update query. How to write update brand set equal, what is the name, brand name equal. So here we have brand name, we have set like this. Okay, this is how we have set it like this. Okay, the same thing you have to write it over here. What the record is coming, the brand ID is coming here. Set, that's the set name. It's a get name, but record is coming, your get name. What the changes you have made is a getting. Right? We are setting this SQL code. It will be again we have to save the record. This time record is not saved. The existing record will be updated. Right? So let me check it whether it's working fine or not. Again, you have to run the code, run the programming. Perfect. No error. Let me check it. Copy, dissolve the code, copy, make as another one, paste over here. Here to make it as a put request. This one time the annotation is coming out, coming here. Write it over here. Update. So here you have to notice that I'll write it over here. You have to notice that over here. Update. So this is the endpoint update. No problem. You have to go to the body. This body. So the save, where's the save, retrieve, save code. Retrieve code. This is a retrieve code. All things I just copied. The same thing I just paste it over here as well. Here I paste it. Brand ID. This is brand ID. Brand ID. So one I'm going to update it. LG. I'm going to make this is another brand which is a GMC. The brand I am going to change this one. LG. LG. I have changed it as GMC. Okay. Right. Now I'm going to send updated record updated successfully. It's updated. It's working as updated message, which will be display as update. Return as I'm going to make it as a. If you want to make it as instead of this updated, if you want to retrieve the ID, you have to get the ID as well. This ID will be returned. So I am going to, instead of that, I am going to make the changes. I want to display the message updated. Here also you can change it as a add. Also you can instead of display the brand name, you can change it as a added. You can change it like this. Same thing. Put in the double quotation mark. You have to message will be updated. Okay, so here update record will be. You can check it over here. Now we already developed the API. So get brand. Here G is the LG. Change it as a GMC. Right. So I hope you understand well. Right. Right. Final method we have to make it as a this one. Delete mapping. You just copy this. Pass it over here. Delete ID. Delete. This one should be the brand. So brand ID. This one should be the, going as a brand service, which is a brand service. Delete brand. Delete brand. The ID is coming. Delete brand. Okay. So what I'm going to do is, what's the IDs you are typing on here, right? So it's coming over here, right? So here, what's the IDs you are delete? What is the ID you are passing to over here? It is passing as a path variable. This ID is coming path variable. This is assigned to this here. This ID. This I get the ID. It is sending to the where brand service delete action method. So this one we have to create one here. The service. Now the only the implement. This is the interface is there. We have to implement that of here where the implementation method brand IMPL. So there, click on this implement method, delete brand, click OK. Perfect, simple. This is the, you follow my instruction, the program would be easy. Okay. Right. Now what you're going to do is here we have to do it here simply. We have to, where's my brand IMPL? So brand IMPL, right? Sorry, not brand, the category IMPL, where's this here? Simply you just copied. Right. I'll be explaining. Right. What is the ID is coming here? Get the ID and remove the entire row. So here, how to remove? We have a brand repo which is a query. Delete from brand table where ID. So the ID is coming here. ID is put in here. Exist by the ID. Here we no need to write the SQL query. Here there's a repo. This repo. Here you can see go to the repo. Sorry, repo, not the repo. Here the JPA repository. Hold on the control key down and click on this. All the SQL query method should be there. So that this is a predefinedly they are written in Spring Boot application. You just get and you use it. That's only the beauty of Spring Boot application. Get the ID. We have to find it exists by ID. If the IDs exist, so we have a this repo. There's a method delete by ID, delete the entire row. If the ID is not exist, we have to sending the found brand ID not found. That is simple way, right? Now again run and check it whether the core is working or not. We have to check it whether it's working or not. So it's working. Now what I'm going to do is here delete. You have to delete method delete. So you write here brand brand. You have to write here brand. This one. Copy this. Delete. What's the ID I'm going to delete? This one 2. I'm going to the brand ID 2. I want to delete this one brand 2 ID 2. Okay, I'm going to delete this one. So I'm going to make it as this 2. Click on this one. Sony I'm going to delete. So this is the endpoint you have right here. Delete. This is the ID. I'm going to delete. This is this ID. What's the ID you are, what's the record you have to delete? The particular ID you have to put it here. Click send button. Record is deleted. Now I'm going to go to again you have to check it the things. Brand get all function here. Here there are 2 record will be exist in the database table because I have already deleted one record just now. Now the CRUD operation is working the brand successfully. Brand completed successfully. Next time I'm going to continue the product section. Thank you for watching. Hi friends, welcome to Tutor's Funny channel. In our last class we complete the brand section. Let me start the product section. Right? Product section. If you go to the product section, you must have a relationship. Right? So what is a relationship? So if you are a category, it consists of many products. Right? Imagine if you have a brand, one brand consists of many products. Right? One category consists of many products. One brand consists of many products. So one to many relationship, category and brand. So how to associate with the relationship, right? So first what you are going to do is, first I'm going to go to the entity class. Here I'm going to make the new class. Here what you are going to do is I'm going to make it as a new entity which is a product, right? Which is a product, right? The same thing as this entity, the class, this all things I'm going to paste it over here, right? Right, this is called as it's a product, right? Here product class consists of the this following method. So the all things I just copy it, paste over here, right? It has a auto increment ID. This one should be the product ID. So you have to not category. This is a product ID. Product ID. It's a product ID. Product ID, right? Okay. Second one is a product name. So the database we have to create it as a product name look like this. This is the API field. We have to create as a product name. Product name, right? So after that, what you're going to do is we have to add the rest of the fields, right? So what are the fields we have to add? So I want to add another one is a category ID and brand ID. So here category and brand we have to associate with the relationship. What is the relationship? Category and brand. Category. What's the relationship to product? Which is a 1-to-1 category as a many products. 1-to-many. What is 1-to-many? So how to associate with in Springboot 1-to-many? So this is the things you have to be careful how to do it, okay? How to implement the one to many relationship, right? So first what you are going to do is we have to go to the category section, right? The category section, what I'm going to do is here I'm going to implement the relationship, right? So how to implement the relationship is one to many relationship. Okay, so here you have to write one, right? One category as many products. So here write one to many. You have to add the annotation which is a one to many. After that, you have to write it to the second one. You have to write the private set. You have to set list of what is the list of, you have set it as a list of products. List of product. List of product. List of product. Right? So here we have write products. This is a product set. So you have write products. You have write products. Okay. So here we have to add the alt plus enter key and to add this set class. It is under the utility package, right? So this is the products. Okay. So one to many. So here, right? So here we have to write the mapping. So we have to write the mapping. So we have mapping. How to do the mapping over here is, right? Let's go back to my products. Yes, one to many. So here one category as many products. So we have set of the products. One category as set of collection of products. So you have to write set. Right. So that, and other hand, which is a products part, how to do the thing is in the products part, we have to write it as a, you have to write many. You have to write many to one. Many to one, you have to write join columns. Another annotation, you have to write join column. You have to write name equal. Right here, you have to write a name equal. Here, right, this one should be the brand ID. So, sorry, category ID. You have write cat ID. You have cat ID, comma, you have nullable false. Right. So you have write here private. This one should be the cat. This one should be, which one is a? This one is a. This one should be the category. So you have to write category, right? This one should be category. You have to write this one, right? Category, right? Now what I'm going to do is here, so many to many. So here what I'm going to do is here, right? It's a category here. The same thing you have to mapping to here. You have to write it here. The mapping tool, we have to write it here. You have to map by category, right? What's the name you are using here? The same name you have to write it over here. This is the map by. It is mapping by. This is referred to this, right? So okay, what I did here is join column. This is a join. This is a column. It should be created as a category ID, which is a foreign key, right? Once you add the record, okay, the record should be taken from here. This is the entity category. This is a list, right? So it will be here. We have to make the relationship, right? One to many category, right? The same thing we have to do it as a brand as well. So brand, what I'm going to go to the same thing, the category which we did it in the brand also, we are moving to the brand part. So what I did here is here also the brand also, we have to write this same thing. Set of products. This is set of products, right? One brand has many products. So one brand has many products. So it's a many, so it's a brand. So refer to brand. So what you're going to do is the products part, the same thing, and just copy and paste it here. This one should be the another column which is a brand. Here also you have to brand. That's this one should be able to make it as ID, which is a brand ID. That's it. That's the thing you have got. One to many relationship. Right? So how to implement the one to many relationship? First the category. Again, I'm going to as a brief, I'm going to explain it. First you have to come to the one side. This is a one category has many products. So category, we have to implement a one to many relationship. So one category is a set collection of products. You have to use the set keywords to collection of products, right? So the map by category. So what I'm going to do is product side, moving to over here. This one is a category. You have to, it's a category. This is a category. This object you have to use it over here. Category is a cat ID. This is a, you have to use many to one. right? This is we have used the join columns, right? Right. So now what I'm going to do is, now I'm going to make this all the things into our products. You have to write it right click, you have to write generate constructor. We have to get all the constructor value. After that, I'm going to use it the second one, which is a blank constructor. Third one should be the you have to generate constructor. You get this expect ID, another all the columns you have selected here. After that, you have generate the get and set methods. Generate get and set method, all the properties you have to okay. After that, you have to write it here as right click generate toString method, click OK. Right. Now what you're going to do is I'm going to execute the program, click on the play button. Right. Now it is working without any error problem. Now let me check here. Right now refresh it. Let's refresh it. Right. The product table has been created. You can see, as you can see here, the product table has been created. You can see if you are double click and open it. Now you can see here, it's successfully mapped here. Brand ID, category ID. Right? It's mapping. Right? It's mapping. Okay, so once you add the record, it's successfully mapping here. Brand ID and category ID. Okay, I hope you understood things. How the relationship this term things will be very must. Okay, you must go through my video to one or two times, then only you can catch up the relationship. Okay, if you must understand what is the relationship of one to many, one category has many products, one brand has many products. Okay, so how to implement this one? First one, you have the category, also category side here one to this one. After that's a one to many. After the product side, you have to implement the many to one here. The same thing at other hand, brand also the same thing. You have to delete a brand one to many. Here also many to one here, right? Perfect. I hope you guys you understood things well. I will see my next video lecturing. Thank you. Hi friends, welcome to Tutors Funny channel. In our last class, we have completed the things of creating the uh, product entity. So these are the things we have to talk about the things, right? So in this class, we have talked about the creating the DTO of products. So what you're going to do is you have to click on the DTO. I already told that the record is coming from the front end via the DTO format. So select the DTO package, right click here. I'm going to make the class which is a product DTO. Product DTO. Here same thing. The product, the all things I just copied, paste over here. Product DTO. Only thing we now need these things. We have to get rid of these lines. Right, these things, all the things we now need. Right. Now here, the thing is, we are doing it here. You will be able to see here in my product table, we are mapped as the columns all we already mapped. We already mapped as like this way. Brand ID, cat ID like this way. So here we have to write it over here. What I'm going to do is here you can see here. Here you can see the thing is like this. Here you can see the product table. This one's a product, right? So what you are going to do is here we have to this all things are int. So here we make it as in DTO. What I'm going to do is DTO. The category also we have to make this one also int cat ID. Right? We have to make it as cat ID. Right? In cat ID, this one should be int brand ID. Brand ID. Right. Okay, this is how we have a DTO format. You have to write it like this. Okay, so this is how we have here, you can see here the columns you are set like this here. You have already mapped here. This one you have to map so that, yeah, this one also we have a relationship, but these all the things are int, right? So this have to map. Why we map is we have to view the data, we have to map, right? We have joined the table so that you are trying to get the data, you have to write like this, okay? Cat ID, brand ID, active, right? So the same thing, you have to write another DTO create here. Which one is a product save DTO. Another one is I'm going to create product update DTO. Right. So now what you're going to do is the save DTO, the DTO, this all things you just copy, paste over here the save. Inside here you have class, you have to paste it over here. This one we no need, we have get rid of this line, first line. ID for save, rest of the fields are must. The update also we need all the data. So we have to keep all things. Right, perfect. Right, now here what you are going to do is same thing, you have to this all are construct, this all the constructed you are right, you have to put it over here. Here also you have to put it over here. Right, so here also you have to put it. Right, this all the things must. Right, so what you're going to do here, we have to make as a get and set method, all things are generated, all large constructor, no article, you don't need to implement this, so all things are generated. Perfect. Right, these things are perfect. Now let's go to the controller. Select the controller package, right click new class, Java class, product controller. So product controller. So you have to go to the category controller, you have this all the things, you just this annotation you have to copy and paste it over here. Here what I'm going to category, this one we have to this same thing. Here we have to make the remaining service, select the service, you have to class. First one is the interface, you write product service, the product service. Second is IMPL, which is a this one should be the class product service IMPL. Right. There is a repo you have to create as this one should be the interface. So product repo. Right. Perfect. Now what I'm going to do here, I'm going to make this one as a the category controller. We have write category controller, you have write this all things, you have just copy it, paste over here, make this one as a product service. Okay, you have tried path save, the request is coming save. You have tried this one, this one should be the product. This goes for product. Which one? This DTO, this one. Product save DTO. You have tried product save DTO. Product save DTO. Right, is a product. That's it. Right. Now here this one should be the after the record you write a product name. PROD prod name. You have to write here, which is a this product service. Go to the product service, add product, this service. Just here, right. This one you have to paste it over here. Now click on this add product. Select here this add product method. Click on this. Create the service here. It's coming here. Now what you're going to do is it goes to the product IMPL. Here we have write at what is the thing is you have to add the annotation service. Here right you have to implement. You have to give the implements keyword product service. It asks implement the methods. We need on save method. You have to implement it. Perfect. Now what you're going to do is here where the customer this one you have to repo. You have to write this copy it, paste over here. This one should be product repo. Here also product repo. Right. So now here receive the record. Now what you're going to do is but add it into the database table. So we have to write it here the same category. What I did here is the same thing. I just copied, paste it over here. Here this one it communicate with which entity, the product entity. So it's a product, create task, object as product. Here you have to enter product. All percentage is a product. You have to set it as here as simply here go to our repo. Here the category repo, the same thing. You have to extend this all things. Just copy it, paste it over here. Here this one should be the product. This one the primary key which is a integer, so you have to already here integer. If it is long, you have to change it as long because you have given here as integer type. So we have a repo as also you have to give the integer, right? So here the IMPL you have to write it over here, product, new product. So you have to implement the get method to get the result. So you have to write product save DTO dot get product name comma product save DTO dot get product get cat ID comma product DTO save DTO get product brand ID comma product save DTO dot get what are the things and other things we have what is the things we have missed one thing. Okay, product name cat ID brand ID active state, right? So we have tried active state. So here we have a one thing we are missing, so no problem. So we have tried it over here in our product table. What the things one of the things is we are missing is a price. We are missing the price. Okay, so the product price we are missing. So right, it's no problem. Let's say you go back to my entity. The things we have to copy this thing. So only this one should be the entity. This is a you have to make that this one should be double price. You have to make that double. So price. This also price. Okay, right. This column I miss it. Right now uh, let's let's do this 6 months. We have to solve the things. We have to again we have to delete all the get and set method. So I'm going to generate again entity class. So you have to right click, generate constructor. First time select all constructor. Second thing I'm going to generate. If you have missed something fields, you have to generate again. Okay, then only it will be applied. So okay, second one, right click, generate constructor. We don't need second one, the ID. Rest of the value you have to add it over here. Third one is a blank constructor. Right click, generate, which is a none. It's a blank constructor. Third one should be the get and set method. Right click, generate, get and set method. Select all the fields. The final one you have the string method. So right click, generate, which is a string. Click OK. Right. All the method we have regenerated. Okay, if there are any problem, regenerated. So in the DTO so we have write the simple things. It also we have write another method which is a price, which is a double. You type double. Okay. The same thing, just copy it, passes rest of the fields. It also you pass it over. Perfect. Right. Now here now we are going to save DTO dot get price comma product save DTO is active. Now you can see that you can get this error, right? So this error, it's coming here. What is the thing is here, you can see here, if you are go move the cursor over here, what the error saying, the category is int, but it goes to the data of the entity type, it is this one collection. Here you can see that it's a brand, it's a category ID, right? So how to get them? In order to solve the things, we have to make it here as a, first you have to make it as the, call the private here repo. Which repo? Category repo. Category repo. Category repo. After that you have to write private brand repo, brand repo. Right. Now what you're going to do is over here, cat here, how to type here over here is, you write it over here, category repo dot, here you can see the ID, category repo, there is a ID. Here category repo, you get the category repo, get the ID, right? Now here we are passing to this DTO. Which one? We are passing to product save DTO, sorry, product save DTO dot, now you can get it over here. Here the method is get cat ID. So what I did here is we are finding the ID from here. Okay, but if we are writing the ID, okay, we are finding the ID, the category ID, which is already exists in the category data, category table. So here try to call the repo to tester, the repo to test in the database table here, whether it is available or not. This category, what's the category you are typing? If you are typing TV, this category IDs exist or not. You have check whether it is exist or not. You have check like this way. Repo get ID, product save get ID, right? So the same thing you write over here as brand repo dot get by ID category product category DTO dot get brand ID. That's the thing you have to write. Right, so this one we don't need them, these two things, right? Now here this error go away. It's simple, right? The simple stuff you have to write here. So after that you have to put in this product over here, this one save it here where the product repo. After that here we have to this one, we have to get the name, right? So we have to get product dot get product name. That's it, the simple stuff you have to write. Okay, so the simple stuff you have to write. Okay, so now we don't need them here, right? That's the thing. Okay, so now here you can see what is the things we are done. If the here we have a endpoint is product, if you are coming here, the save DTO is coming like this way. This is a save DTO data is coming here, right? So it will be passing to the repo. Sorry, it is passing the service. Service will be passing as IMPL. So we have to implement the repos. Okay, 3 tables because we have combined these 3 tables. Okay, product repo, category repo, and brand repo. So we have joined all the data, right? So we have first we have to get the data. It's simply it's a product save method. So here this one, these two things, because we have a we have implement the relationship one to many, so that how to get it here, one category has many products, so that we have a call the category table get by ID. We are including the get by ID. So what the ID is coming here, we have set it here. What the brand ID is coming here, it is set it here. It check whether the brand IDs exist in our brand database or not. The category repo is check whether the category IDs exist in the category database or not. After that, you will get the product price and activity state. It will be add the record into the database. So let me check it. So we have to open up the Postman. I accidentally closed them. Right, this is how we have implemented. Now let's test it. Click on the plus symbol. Here, right here, post request, which is a post request. Here, let's test it here. The same thing. All the port, all the things are same. Just copy it. The only the different you have to go and paste it over here. API, this one should be the product. You save body, you have to go to the body, you have to write it over here row, you have to implement it over here, just the same thing. Write it over here, you just over here, this one should be here. What are things you have to do it here? Go back to here, what are the things? Go to the product, save DTO, simply get them all things. Product name, chat ID, brand ID, another thing is a price, after that active state. So here, now what you're going to do is I'm going to add the product name, which is now you have to do the thing is active state, we are make it as true. Brand ID and cat ID, so you write it here brand ID, you have check the brand ID. So here I'm going to the cat ID, this is a TV, which is a 2. Brand ID, if you check the brand ID, which is a, I'm going to check it as a 1. Brand ID 3, Samsung, right? Now we have to go to here category ID 2, brand ID 3. Okay, TV Samsung, which is a, I am going to choose it. Here I am going to Samsung 120, right? This is a TV, right? We are going to buy, right? So price I'm going to put it here as 15,000, right? This active state. That simple stuff we have to do it. Now let me check it whether it's working fine or not. Click on this button. So sorry, what happened is we haven't run the programming, so that's a problem. Okay, whether it's error or not, we haven't run the program, so we have to build because the server is not running. So sometimes there are many students facing this problem. They are not running the server, but they are running the Postman. Okay, so all the things are creating here. Product, all things is working. Now you can see this working. Now let's test that. All things are fine. Click save button. What's the problem here is I have solved the problem. The problem is here we have written all the auto where in one place. So here this one. So we over here that's why you have get the problem as category null. So here now we have auto where, you have to auto where like this. Okay, if you are not auto wide, it not taken the ID. So that's the problem, right? So here it's inserted successfully. Now I'm going to run the application. So you can see here earlier we have all the auto where you have put into one auto where you have put all the things, right? So now here again you have run the program. You can check it whether it's working fine or not. Right, it's working. Now it's working. Now what I'm going to do is here you can go here. I'm going to Samsung 7 category ID 2 with 3 price. I'm going to change it as 17, category ID 10, right like this. Click send. It's working perfectly well. Now let's check on the database table how the process works here. It's inserted successfully here. Now let's check on this. You have to go to the product section, double click on this. Here it's working perfectly well here. It's category, it's a product name, brand, category, all things are working perfectly well. It's working perfectly well. So if you are typing unknown category like this, if you click send button, here it's error display, right? Perfect. It's working perfect. I hope you guys you understood things well. In my next video, we will continue. Thank you. Hi friends, welcome to Tutors Funny channel. In our last class, we saw the product save part. In this class, we have see the product view part. So let me do the products view section. So here, let me see the products view section. So what I'm going to do is here, I'm going to go to the first I'm going to go to the product DTO. This is a product DTO. So the product say we have write it here int product ID, category ID and these all things. So when you when you get the data from the database, this one we are not getting like this way, intent use this like this way. So you have to get as the list type. List type, here if you go to the entity of the products, here you have to write it here like this way. Category, this is a category objects. You have to get all the category details and brand details. You have to get the objects. So you have to get it instead of writing the int ID, you have to get look like this way. You have to write like this way. You have to write category ID. So another one should be the brand. The brand. Copied brand. Right. Now what you're going to do is I'm going to go to the product controller. So you have to write it the same thing. You have to category controller, you have to product controller, you have to get mapping, you just copy it. Product controller, you have to write it over here. Get all products. Okay, this one product DTO. This one should be product DTO, list product DTO. This one all the products. This one product service. You have to write the product service. You have to write a product service. You have to call the product service this one. From here, all products. All get all products. You have to make the method get all the products. These products you have to pass it over return. So click on this. I'm going to make the method which is a product service class get all products. Click on this and create the method over here. Now you have to go to the product servicing IMPL. You have to implement it. Click on this. You have to implement it here. Click on and implement it. Right. So now what you're going to do is here. So you have to go back to my category service. You have to write this all the things. You have to paste, copy it, paste it over here, IMPL over here. Now here, what you're going to do is here, sorry, not this, IMPL, this one. Get all this, paste it over here. This is all the product details, right? So here, this one should be the all products. Here we have a what is the QS is coming DTO. We are first finding all the where we are finding product repo. You have to find all the respective details. So through entity, product entity, get entity, get products. You write like this. So here what you're going to do is you have to make it as a this one also product DTO. So product DTO. Product DTO list. Right, product DTO list. Right, so this array type. So here we have to find all things are product, product, get product. Products, these products. So here product DTO. Product DTO. So you write this product DTO, you copy, call it here. So you write product, but all things are get by all things product dot get. You have to write product ID. Second one you have to write is a product dot get product name, comma product dot get product get category, comma product dot get cat brand, comma product dot get price, comma product dot is active. Right, here it's working perfectly well. Now here this DTO, this is a product list. You have to call it this product DTO. You have to list it over here. This how you call it. right? So we all the things we have to get it like this. You have to create this one, get the data as an object. You all the collection we are getting the category object. Brand also get all things, right? So let's run and check it whether it's working fine or not. Sorry. Here I have a return statement. You have to remove them. Again, you run it. Now it's working. No problem. You can see that it's working. No problem. It's working. No problem. Right. Now what you're going to do is I'm going to test out these things. Right. So let's open up the Postman. Go to click the plus symbol. Now here the post request you already see. Product save part. The same thing. I just copy it. Paste over here. Here we have to get this one as the what the endpoint we have written here. Get all products. You just copy this, paste it over here, right? Get all products, click send button. Now here all the list of the product details will be coming. Product ID, product name, this is a category details. It's a brand details. Category ID, category name, active. So brand details, brand ID, brand name, active, right? Price and active. So all things are coming like this way. Category and brand. So price and active. Second one also product ID, product name, category. Second is a brand. So here price and active set true or false. It's working. Okay, it's working successfully well. Right, it's working successfully well. You can see here. Right. So it this how we have get the details. We are not getting only the IDs, so all the module details we have getting. Right, all the category object inside the category object we have a category ID, cat name and active. This all these we are getting. Right, this how we are getting as a array type. Right, this how we are getting the array type. Right, you have written here. If you go to the product DTO, you have to write like this. You have to get all the models like this. Very simple. This is how we are getting the data. Right, very simple. This is how we are getting the data. Yeah, uses this one. When the endpoint is coming, get all, pass in the service pass in service IMPL. It is finding through the repo. Okay, so what's the data we need repo? It's get through the entity type, right? So after that we have to convert as a DTO format to send it to the front end. So you have to write the array here. After that we have to get one by one data using the for loop. Here you have get the data, you have to get one by one. So here product DTO, here change this entity type, you have to change it as a DTO type like this. Okay, this DTO type you have to pass into the where is the front end. This is the flow it's working. Right? Understand the flow, how the program is work. This is must for when you are developing a Spring Boot application project. Thank you for watching. I will see in my next video lecturing how to edit the record and delete the record. This is must, you must learn. Right? These are the very important stuff I talk about today video and yesterday video. You go through those videos, very important for developing the Spring Boot application projects. Thank you. Hi friends, welcome to Tutors Funny channel. In our last video, we talked about the product section of view the products. In this video, I'm going to teach about the update and delete the products details. So let me talk about the update and delete details. So what you're going to do is here, go to the product controller. Here I'm going to implement the method which is a update. So go to the category controller, the update method put mapping. I just copy and paste it over here. Update this one, you have to change this one as a here we have to create a product. Also we didn't change this one, product, same thing, get all products, update product, right? Request body, you have to change this one as a product update, DTO So here also you take it as product update DTO. Record is coming via the DTO format. This goes to the product service. Right, this method you have to create at our service. So we have to go to the service IMPL. So we have to create the method. Right. Okay. You have to understand the flow. Right. Now what you're going to say, I'm going to update the record. So how to update the record? So we have to already did it. So what you're going to do is here. You have to take this all the add products part, paste over here. This all thing we have to do some couple of changes over here. So we have to so how to update the record. So let's category service. So where's the update? Right. First we have to check it. So this is the update part. We have to check it, right? So we have to check it. So we have to paste and check it first. So after that I am putting this one. First category repo. So we have to write this one as a our this one. What's the repo? Product repo. Product repo. First you have to check when you edit the record. It first we have to check whether the IDs exist or not. The particular product. The IDs exist. It will be check it the update. Right. So you have to get the ID. So here this one update DTO. We have to pass it over here. This one. Right. Get the ID and first check it. If the first you have to check it whether IDs exist or not. So you have to get this one here. The IDs exist. Product report through this. The product report through it will be check the ID. So what the right? So here this one should be our product. So get the product right. It will check the ID. If the IDs exist, it will be here. It will be do the part right. So what you are going to do is here we have to write it over this one. We have to pass the product name. These all things you have to pass it over here. This one you have to pass it over here to make the set method. Like this one's a get set. Okay, so here you have to write the product dot set uh, set product name. First you have to set the product name, right? Set product name. So you have to write this one product update dot get product name. Second one, which is a set category product update dot get ID. Get ID. You have to get it like here. It's not like this way. So we have write it over like this way. So here uh, you write it, get it here category repo. So you write it like this way. So we have write this product category repo, which is a product update. You would get it like this. You have to find the product ID through the category repo, right? So get ID product update category ID. So the same thing you have to get it over here as well. Category get brand product dot set brand category ID set brand ID set brand repo. Okay, this one will not get ID. This is a get brand. Get brand ID. What's the DTO? So it's a brand repo. Brand right. Perfect. Right. So after that we have write this third one, which is a product uh, set product active. Another one is a thing is a price. We need a price product price. dot set price. So DTO dot get price. That's it. So that here this product you have to pass it over here. Yeah, this one is a product repo. That's the thing you have to write. What is that you have to write? Product ID not exist. That's the thing you have to write it. Okay, perfect. Right? Right? This is how we have update the record. Right? We can't the product category this thing we can't directly update. We have to get this one as well. Category repo, we have to find the ID, respective ID. You have to write like this and you have to get them. So let's run the project and check it. There's no error. Now let's check it. So put mapping. Yeah, try this, copy this. So put mapping, put this one product, update, body, row, here we have right product of the ID, which ID we have to get update, right? So we have to product one. So you have to write product ID is product ID one. First you have to check it up, get products all the details. This one product ID one, right? So I just going to check this one changes. So this is product ID, right? So you have to Samsung, you have to change something else. Price I'm going to change as 2037. Right. Now let's check it. This put matter it's working fine or not. So why this error occur the product update? Sorry. Here, so not like this. So write this like this. Right here it's updated fine. Right here I have mistakenly typed one slash here. Now let's open up. It's working here. It's updated here. It's working. Now let's check it over here. Let's bring again Samsung. But the message is coming why it's not updated. So let's check it here. The product ID not exists display the error. So here the problem is here. So here this is not a cat ID. This yeah we have write is a product update dot get product ID. That's why the error. This one also the get this one also get. Right, that's a problem. Now let's try out this the ID product ID one. So let's try out product ID one. Product ID one. So you have to make this one as a product ID one. What is the Samsung? This one you have changed as 10004. Right, this price was changed as this. Click on this. Price updated. Now let's check it back. It's working here. It's working perfectly well. Right, it's working perfectly well. No problem. Here it's updated successfully. Right. Now what you're going to do is working perfectly well. Now let's go to the delete section. let's go to the delete section. Right, product IMPL delete section. Let's see, look at the delete section of the product. It's very simple. That also we have to go to the product controller, category controller. The same thing, you just copy the field mapping, paste it over here. Here also delete ID. This one should be the delete product. Here also I made one mistake. This is delete product, update product. If you make the changes, these changes you have to apply to over here as well, IMPL service as well, and IMPL as well. Right, perfect. Now let's back to a delete part. So delete product, get the ID and delete the product. Delete product, product service. This is product service. Delete product. But the ID is coming here. Get the ID. It's sending to the delete product method, action method. We have to create the method on the service. So here we have the implementation you have done over here as well. Product implementation you have done it here as well. Click on this to make the implementation method. Get the implement method. So how to delete the record here as well. This whole thing you just copy it, paste over here. Get the product repo. Get the ID, exist the ID. Hit it. Okay, so get the ID. But the IDs we are placing it, it's coming here. It's sending the repo and delete the entire record. Right? Product ID not found. If the ID is not exist, it is found as we need to display the message as product ID is not found. Right? Simple stuff you have to do. Okay, right. So now what you're going to do is let's execute the program and check it. There's no error. Now here this the same thing, just copy it, paste over here. Here we have to make the method which is a delete mapping. It's a delete. First ID we are going to, I'm going to delete product 1. I'm going to delete the product 1. So here where's my product controller? This is the ID. Right, first ID I'm going to delete the record. Right, so delete API this. Okay, so here the product 1, I'm going to delete them. So let's execute them. Deleted. Now let's check it, the get all mapping. So let's, here product 1 is deleted successfully. Right, now the all the product part I have completed. In next video we will be talk about the sales part of the project. Thank you for watching. Hi friends, welcome to Tutors Funny channel. In our last class we have completed the product section successfully. In this video let me start the sales section. So sales section, so here first what I did here is I already done this part. Okay, so without wasting time I will be explain the same thing. In the entity class we have to create the sales and sales details, two classes. So first we have to looking the sales classes. So sales class, you have to select this one entity, right click, new Java class, you have to make it as sales. Right, if you click it, your class has been created, look like this way, sales. Right, a sales class. Right, after that you have to add the annotation which is the entity, the same like a product we have add the annotation entity, the same annotation we have to add it here, the sales table as well. After that you have to table, you have to specify the name of the table which is a sales table, which is a sales table. Right, sales table we have consist of the primary key. Okay, what are the primary keys? Sales ID, these are the fields, date and total. Right, so here let's look at the table structure. We are right like this here, sales table, sales details table. You have looked at that same thing. sales details and sales details table and product table. You must have a different. As you can see here, sales table, sales details table, right? So here, what is the relationship between a sales and sales table? One sales, one to many relationship. One sales consists of many sales details. One order consists of many order details. Same thing, one sales consists of many sales details, right? So here, imagine here this is your bill, right? So here your date, this is your sales ID one, which will be generated automatically. So date, and you, if you want, you can put as a time as well. Here total. This is your bill. So one, this is a you get number. This is a sales number. So number one, the date, today date, you have to put it here 24 3 18, right? So imagine you have got a sale which is a 12,000. So here this is sales. Okay, sales details table. Well, if this is a sales table, sales details table, you can see sales details ID, sales ID, product ID, product ID, quantity. Another one is a total. Like this is the total. This is the main total. This is the subtotal, right? So here first one should be, this is the bill. So this bill first you have to sales details is the ID one. So the sales ID also here number one. This ID we have a product ID which is a one. Product ID one. Quantity you have buy it here as product one. One mean you have to imagine that is a washing machine if you are buying, right? So here quantity two washing machines, right? So here total would be, just imagine, so 6,000, right? So you have to buying another item, the sales ID, sales details ID 2, the same sales ID, you are buying another item. That is that item product should be 2, quantity you are buying 1, it should be 6,000. So altogether, the altogether amount come around 12,000, but this is the sales ID, it will be generated over here as a foreign key. Okay, so this is the main, this is sales table and sales details table. So here one sales consists of many sales details. One sale consists of many. So one to many relationship. One to many relationship. Okay. So here also another one we have to make it as the another thing is one product. So this is the one product. This is a one product which is it's a one product consists of many product details. So the same product and would be added another one. Okay, so here the one product and sales table, sales details, one product as a many sales tables, sales details, right? So these are the relationship. Sales and sales details we have a one to many. This also one to many relationship. Product and sales details, right? So here now I hope you can understand the scenario well. So first what I did here is I have created the sales table. Go to the entity sales, right? Sales table we have a sales ID, date and total, right? So we have, these are the called as APIs. Okay, so sales ID we have a we have generated the primary key ID, generate value which is we set as auto increment. This is a column name sales ID. We have set it as second one date. This is the sales date. This is the total. Right? These are three columns we have created in the sales table. So the sales details table, if you are looking for a sales details table, so here we have a, instead of writing get and set method, we have generate this one. This one should be the entity table sales details. Instead of writing the get and set method, you can write it all edge construction, no edge data as well. So here I'm going to generate, instead of that, we have to generate all edge constructor, we have generate like this. Okay, right? That is your wish. Okay. Now here what I did here, sales. Here you can see this is the sales table. We have a sales details table. It's a sales table. This here you can see here. This is not parameter sales table, sales details table, right? Sales details table also you can right click new. You can create the class, right? Sales details table. So we, instead of writing get and set method and generate the blank constructor and parameter is constructor, I've used this annotation all add constructor, no add constructor data, as I already this one taught, right? So here I have manually have created. Instead of that, we have, if I import this one, it automatically take care of it. So the class name, which is a sales details, so it consists of sales ID, product name, quantity, amount, right? Amount, right? So after that, we have a two joins table, right? So you can see the join table. So okay, so this one we will talk about later, these two things. Okay, so if we are talk this one, you have a confusing, right? First you have to understand what are the columns: sales ID, product name, quantity, and amount. These are the specific column I have created: sales ID, product name, and quantity and amount. This is the product name, quantity, and amount. So here we have created what are things: sales ID, date, total, right? So here the same thing here we have did it here. Here product name, you write product name or product ID also they are. We are getting in the relationship as well. Here the product according to the product name. The product name also must, because we have to identify the name of the product, which product you are buying. Okay, this is product name. So we have a did it here, something washing machine. Here this one you have to write as a TV like this. Okay, okay, right, perfect. That's how we have made the things. Okay, this is the sales table, sales details table, right? So now you have a clear understand of these two things, right? What I did here is, okay, sales, the sales table and sales details table, right? So I hope you guys you understood things well. I'll continue in my next video for the further details. Okay, thank you for watching. Hi friends, welcome to Tutors Funny channel. In our last class, we completed the sales and sales details, right? One sales consists of many sales details. Okay, so here this is the columns of sales table, right? So sales table has a date, total, sales ID. The sales details table has a sales details ID, product name, quantity, amount, and sales ID as a foreign key. Okay, it's a foreign key. Sales table, which is a primary key, the primary key goes to the sales details table, which is a foreign key, right? So here now let's make the relationship. So I'm going to get the documentation. Sales and sales details. One sales consists of many sales details. Okay, so here what I'm going to do is we have to make the relationship. So how to make the relationship one to many relationship? How to associate it with the one to many relationship? First you have to write the one side. First one, this is the one. So here we talk about the product, brand, category, and everything. So here I am going to explain again as well. One sales consists of many sales details. So one to many, you have to add the annotation one to many. Maps, you are using sales, this sales table, sales. Private, set, this is a set of set details. So the one sales consists of set of sales details. Okay, so one set of sales is mean here one sale, this is a one sale, one order, this is a one order consists of many sales details. Sugar, rice, chocolate, cake, bun. So this one sales order consists of many sales details. So we have write set collection. So it's mapped by one. This is a one. This is a many side. So we have private set sales details. You have write as a sales details. That's the things we have write. So here sales details side. We have to add the annotation many to one. Your join column as a sales ID. This ID. This we have to write as a sales ID. So here we have to write private sales. We have to call the sales this one. This entity we have to call as sales. Okay, right? So if you have put your sales, the same thing it will be put into here. If it is okay, so the same name you have put it. So here, this how we have associate the one to many relationship. Okay, so we have to add the annotation one to many. After that, we have to write this set collection, the sales details. Right, set sales details. This is our many side. That many side entity you have to associate to here. Along with the set keyword, here sales details. So after that, this side you have to join with sales ID. Here we have sales. Right? This is how we have to associate with the two tables, sales and sales details. Okay, I hope you understood things well. Let's moving to the another one, which is the sales and sales table. You have understand so far well. So now let's go to the sales table. What I'm going to do is we have to implement the get and set method and everything. Okay, so I am to, if you want to have a problem, so I'm going to again you have to associate the color this all things. So here how to associate this one. So right click, you have to generate the get and set method and everything. So your constructor, I need all the argument we are passing, right? Second one you have to pass in here. I only need a constructor, only the ID which is auto increment. This is a set of data. So here we need only these two columns. So we have to add it. So here we need generate constructor only. We need these two fields, right? Okay, we need two fields, right? So there are two things constructor, right? So third one I'm going to generate a constructor which is a blank constructor which is a non-constructor. So after that we have to need a get and set method, generate get and setter, generate all, hold on the shift key down and generate all. After that we have to set object, this one. That we have to generate this all the following things. This is must, right? This is the must in order to do the programming, right? So the same thing you have to do in the sales details also. So if you can the sales details here also you can manually you can generate like this way. If you have a if you want to, this is takes too much of time to generate like this way. The can't create the constructor, and here we have a we need to the sales, these two things we have to pass into the as an argument, so that I have to create a separate constructor, this constructor. So which constructor? So here I will have, so I forgot to create the constructor. So this constructor, date and total. Okay. So again, sales detail side, instead of generate the get and set method and creating the constructor by generating, we have to add the annotation. All the arch constructor, no arch constructor, and data. This if you add these three annotation, all arch constructor, no arch constructor, data. The constructor will be just created all the constructor, no arch constructor created data. Okay, the get and set method will be generated, right? So here, what I did here, this all things will be generated, right? Now another side, we have talk about another one, which is another relationship, but that is a product and sales details. The product and sales details. Product and sales details. Now imagine one product which has a many product details, sales details. Okay, one product. as a many sales detail. Okay, the one product has a many sales details. Okay, so that is a one product. So one to many. So here you are trying to associate the relationship. Product side, you have to implement another one, the same thing as a one to many relationship. This is mapped by products. This is a one to many relationship. So here the same thing, sales details as we did in the sales table, the same thing. The sales table here, the same thing. The product also we have written, product ID also written, sales details here products. These products we have to refer as here products. These products we have to call this a join column, which is a product ID. So here this is the primary key. The product table, which is the same primary key which will be goes to the sales table, which is a foreign key. So the many to one relationships, join columns, product ID. These are products. This product we have to call it here, right? The same thing we have to do it, right? I hope you guys you understood things well. Okay, you have to understand the things well, right? That is a one to many relationship. One product consists of many sales details. One product, so you have to implement the one to many relation. This one product, okay, if it is a sugar, it will be consist of many sugar details. Sugar, one product is a sugar. There is a many bills. One only one product is ordered by only one customers. There are many customers who orders one product. So here there are many bills, many sales details. Okay, this is sugar. Okay, so that I have made the relationship like this, right? I hope you guys you understood things well, right? So after that we have all the things we have to associate the relationship, right? That's all the relationship we have to associate with successfully, right? Now what you're going to do is we have done the sales and sales details table. If you are any, you have to look at the tables. What I did it here is you have to this all the source code I provide you. You just look at the source codes. You just go through the source code one or two times. Then only you can understand what I did so fast. This is very must. Okay, once you're doing the inventory management system, if you can do this system, you can work anywhere of the world as a Spring Boot developer. This is a very must. This project is very must. So that I bring this project for you all to gain the good knowledge of Spring Boot application, right? So after that, we have a entity stuff is over. Now let's move into our DTO. So DTO, what I did here is what I did the same. Only thing what I did here is here the same. You have to make the DTO, which is a right click new sales. Your type is a sales save DTO. After the same thing, you have to create another DTO, which is a sales save details DTO. We have created two different DTOs, right? So here sales save DTO, the same field we have to copy and paste it. The sales field, this all the things here just copied. Only this one to many up to ID from ID to ID to from ID to one to many, this relationship we just copy and paste it over here. Here we have a here sales ID, sales details, and total. Here this is not a set. If it is a entity table, we have to write a set keyword. When you save the data, this is not a set. Okay, this is we have to make it as a list. You are getting the list of the customers. Okay, not a set. Here, when you are add the record into the database, we have to set the data so that we have to write the here set. Here we have to get the list of collection of the products. Okay, so a list of the collection means here this is sales ID. When you add the records, here is sales ID. The sales ID 1 date today date. Imagine, okay, this is a you have a 13,000 bill. So it is a collection of sales data. Okay, sales save DTO data. So okay, one sugar price is this. This is the egg price is this is the mango price is this. Okay, so this is list of collection for the one bill. This is a one sales ID. One is a list of collection, like a list collection. Imagine. Now we have you got it? What I said. Okay. Okay, isn't it? Right? One sales ID. One sales ID consists of many sales details. Isn't it? Right? One sales ID consists of many sales details, isn't it? Okay, so I hope you have understood so far well. Okay, so that we have collected as a list. So private list sales saved details DTO mean this DTO. You have to create the object here. Sales save details. It's automatically generated. We don't need to create here. Sales save DTOs. Sales save. Okay, so we have to create the sales save DTOs. Right. Okay. So in other side, sales details. So these are all the columns I just copied. These all things we have already did. Copied and paste it over here. Here. Only these all the columns names we are going to remove. This all things we don't need it. Only the keep the only the this data, the variable only we need, right? So here also this is the data. Okay, so sales save details details, sales ID, sales details ID here, product name, quantity, amount, sales ID, product. This is all the collection of data. If you call this class, this DTO class into here, this all the data should be coming. This all the data should be coming here as a list. Okay, they as a list. Product name, what's the product name? Sugar, quantity, amount, sales ID. Sales ID mean this. This is the sales table ID, the same ID which is as a store as a sales detail, which is a foreign key, which is a last insert ID. Okay, this is an ID. It is coming here, right? So first you have to add this table. First data added from this table. After that, the ID will be the sales ID will be generated. This same ID will be goes to added here, right? So that's all thing we will discuss about my upcoming tutorial. Don't worry about that. You have to understand the scenario well. This is a must, right? If you have any confused, you just go through my video once or two times. Then only you will be able to understand. This is very must. So what's happening over here, right? So okay, first you have to save. This is the data we have to call it. Okay, this is this table we are not in the controller. We are calling this only this class. Okay, this class record the sales save details DTO. All the collection we are storing here. We are calling the list. If you are calling this class here, this DTO inside this list, this all the data will be coming here. Okay, right? So it goes. We can insert the record. I hope you guys you understand well. I will continue my next lecturing in my next tomorrow. Thank you for watching. Hi friends, welcome to Tutors Funny channel. In our last class, we completed the relationship stuff. Okay, so here we have so up to the save sales save DTO. This is the things we have talked about in our last video, right? So we have done the how to make the relationship as well as a our DTO. We have done these things, right? So today I'm going to discuss about the sales controller section. So I have already completed the entity. I have made two different entities, sales and sales details. After that, I'm going to make. I have created the DTO sales save DTO. Now I'm going to create. I'm going to create a controller which is a sales controller. This is a sales controller. Sales controller. First, you have to implement this annotations: REST controller, cross-origin, and request mapping. If the request is coming, API version slash sales, right? If the users type like this, it goes to the this action method, save sales action method, right? The endpoint is coming slash save, right? Sales slash save. It's come to save sales action method. Sales save sales action method, right? Now here, so here this is the if you are type API version slash save. So all the details coming to here. The record is coming via the front end. It is passing to via the DTO format, right? So here this is the front end, our front end. Here you can see here this is our port is running API version slash sales slash save. If you request this method, it's coming to this method. So here you can see the save, right? So you have to declare the APIs. So API, right? So here this is the you can see here we have two different tables. So two different tables. So here you can see here two different table, right? Sales and sales details table, right? So one save method we have to add the two different tables. Data should be added the two different tables using the transactional data, right? So here what you are going to do is you can see here if you click save button, it goes to the data should be added sales table and sales details table, right? So I already explained. So this is the product name, quantity, amount, sales ID, product ID. So here I already explained this one, right? So here understand the scenario well before do the system. So the you can see the sales table, sales details table. Here you can see the sales table, sales ID, here sales ID, date. This is the main total, our total, final total. Okay. So here sales detail consists of sales details ID, product name, product ID, and quantity, amount. These are the things consist of the sales details table, right? Quantity, amount, sales ID, right here. Sales details ID, this one. We have another column which is a sales ID. Sales ID. Sales ID, right? So here if you are to this sales ID one, the date is today date, right? As today date, all total, which is a 12,000. So 12,000 bill, sales details ID, which is a 1. The product name some sugar, I already explained sugar. Product ID 3, 2. Here this quantity 2, amount 3,000. Product ID, this product ID 1 bill. The second sales ID, here we have another one, bun. Imagine bun. Product ID 4. Quantity 10 quantity. Here we have written the remaining balance is 9,000. Right? Sales ID, this is the sales ID 1. Right? Right? So the one sales ID consists of many sales details. Right? The sales ID. Okay, this is a primary key. The same primary key comes to sales details ID. It's a foreign key. Right? So here, this is how the relationship works. So here, this is the date. It's a total altogether. So these are the bills. I have the data bills. Right? I just put it this one. So you have to imagine here's the 30,000. This also 30,000. I just put it. Right? So altogether 60,000. Right? These are bill. You have to add the bill as a JSON format. Right? So this is how we have add the bill. So okay, imagine. So, okay, if you click on the save button. So what happened in sales details table, add this data. All together the total. Day to day date. These are the total. Okay, the main total. Right, the sales details table, you can this total, what are the items you sold, all that you can find it from the sales details table. The 12,000 today date, the invoice number is this one, the particular invoice number, what are the items you sold. Okay, you just go to the sales details table, you can view the data and these are the items you sold. You can easily you can see, right? So you can understand scenario how the PO system is works, right? So now let's understand the scenario. Well, so this is the DTO format. This is I have testing today. I using the Postman. If it is Angular also same thing, it's coming. If you click send button, this data is coming via this DTO format. So where's my DTO format? Okay, this sales save DTO. Sales save, sales, where's the sales save? Here sales save DTO, this format. Data is coming this sales save DTO. Okay, right, sales save DTO, this format is coming here. What I'm going to do is sales ID, date, and total. Right, so here the sales details DTO, we have another DTO we need to create sales save details DTO. We have to create the two different DTOs. One is the sales save DTO, another sales save details DTO. Right, sales DTO, we have a, what are the things we already explained this one. What these are the fields. What are the fields? If you look at the sales table here, these are the fields we have just in my last video tutorial. So all things we are copy and paste it over here, right? So this one not set, it is a list. So here sales ID, here likewise this one should be auto increment, we don't need to take it. The rest of the column here date and total. So you try to get date and total. Save sales save DTOs mean this is the sales save DTOs. This is sales save DTOs because we have to get the item as a list of the item here. If you hold on the control key down and click on this, it goes here. It will be mapped here. If you have to write this sales save DTO, what I did here is sales under the list. What are the lists here? The sales DTO, date and total. We have to this one. We have to set as a list. List format mean this is the list. This is one list. One row list. Second row list. If you want to buy another one, comma another list. Okay. So likewise, if you have 12,000 bill, if you want to add another bill, if it is a for 13,000, another one is 100 bill, 1000 bill here, some other item. You can bought sales ID one. The one sales ID can so many sales details. Okay. I hope you understood so far well, right? So it's coming to here. This is sales product name, quantity, amount, sales ID, product ID. You have to add the product ID as well, right? It's a product ID as well. So okay, the product ID. So all the details will be coming over here, isn't it? Right? Okay. So now this all the details we added like this. This is a format. It's coming in the sales save DTO. We have to implement this. The sales save DTO consists of this sales save details DTO as well. Sales save details DTO as well. The sales save DTO consists of sales save details DTO as well. Okay, right. It's coming here, and the data is coming by the DTO format. And first we have to check it whether it's coming success or not here. Now if you have to check it, if I implement that, first you have to check it whether it's coming or not. If you have implemented, if you have run the code and check, we will be able to check if the data is coming. So here the problem is here. I want to run the MySQL service. Here if you get any problem, first you have to check it. The MySQL server is working. The port is started or not. Okay, if you have connected via this all the database, you have connected MySQL workbench. So you have to run it this service, right? Now here you can see here. If you have to run it again. Okay, here this MySQL problem, the connectivity problem. So now the connectivity problem will be solved. If you run again, here all things working. So because the problem is I've already started the server, that's why I have a problem, right? The service I already started, that's why it will be telling like that. Okay, so you stop and run it. Let's stop it, right? We'll stop it and run it. This is not an error. The server is I already started. Right here it's working. Okay, it's working, right? So you can see here this when the here this is a foreign key, we have to implement the brand and category relationship, the product relationship, the sales relationship, all things will be here. We have already done it. Connect with is successful. What, right? So you can check it this way. Later on we have explained this line because when we pass the data, when you click this send button, this all the data will be added into the database. While we later on will see. First, you have to understand the flow. Right, data is coming via the front end this format. I have already explained this one. This is the list. It's the list. The list data is coming. This is the list of details. Okay, so it is sales save DTO consists of sales save details DTO as well. It's coming here. Put it to here. It pass it to here. So here have created the product service class. We have created the add sales method. So this all the data will be passing the sales service add sales method action method add sales action method mean here. All the data will be coming here. Right? All the data will be coming here. Right? All the data will be passing here. Now what I'm going to do is it will be receiving all the data. So here we have two different DTOs. One sales repo, another one is sales details repo. So here you can create go to the repo. So what is the repo? I have already explained. The repo is a part which will be managing the SQL queries. So here you can see the sales repo. Here there is a repo, JPA repo. If you all down the control key and click on this, here all the SQL methods should be available over here. Here all the method will be consist over here. All the related SQL methods. Okay, so you no need to write the code. Okay, so it will be if you are writing public interface sales repo extend JPA repository mean this is all the SQL query will be handling by the JPA repository in our Springboot application project. Right. This is the interface. Okay. This is not a class. The repo is not a class. This is the interface. Okay. The sales repo is extend the JPA repository. Say all the SQL queries will be handled JPA. We have to given here two parameters sales and integer. Sales means this is a sales entity. The sales entity class and the primary key will be you have to implement the primary key which is integer. If it is long, you have to add it here as a long. So I have added there in the integer so that you have put it the integer. Right? First you have to understand this scenario well. Then only you will be able to make any system on Spring Boot application. This is very must. Right? This is you have to clear about this one. Okay? Right. The same thing you have to do another DTO we have created, repo we have created another repo. You have to create like this. Create here, say the interface and you have to create the interface. Likewise, I have created this one, right? Sales details repo. This is also the same thing, the repo. Sales details it is an entity, sales it is entity, right? This is a primary key, which is an integer format. So you have to write it over the integer. Okay, right? Okay, I hope you guys you understood so far well, right? First you have to go through this video. What I did here is go to the entity. I have how to associate with the relationship, and we have created the sales save DTO and sales save details DTO. We have created two different deals, sales save DTO and sales save details DTO, right? Sales save DTO also here. This sales details, sales details. This all the fields you have copied here. Put it here. We already done. We have already explained this. Put it here. Only the column name you have to remove it. Rest of the field you have to put it like this. Okay, so okay, right? So you have to go through this one, and we have discussed about the controller. This class controller and controller passing to the data to the service. Which service? Sales service you have to passing to the sales service IMPL. You have to receive the data, right? So in my next video tutorial I explaining the rest of the things. Thank you for watching. Hi, welcome back. Let me continue the video. So here you can see here in our last class we have talked about the DTO and controller section, everything. In this class we have to talk about the sales service IMPL. When the record coming via the DTO passing to the controller passing to the service passing to the service IMPL. Right. So record is coming here. First you have to implement the repo. sales repo and sales details repo where you have right click. So all things we have already talked about my previous videos, all the things, because here we have to add two repos we have to call, because we have to one record we have to add two different tables, right? So we have to call these two repos, we have to add it here, auto add here, sales details repo and sales, right? After that, we have to call another repo as well. It's a product repo as well. This product repo. Okay, so we have combining these three tables. You have to combine, right? This simple stuff you have to do it, right? After that, what you are going to do is we have to do another thing is a model mapper. This is very simple to uh, add it. So if you are at the records, we are view the records. We are using the model mapper class. Very easy stuff, right? Why? What is a model mapper? If you want to learn model mapper deeply, I have a Spring Boot basic video tutorial. You just go and click the video description. I have a basic videos. You just watch them. Okay, model mapper. Okay, model mapper very easy to, we have to customize it, right? Okay, so how to import the model mapper? You can't import directly. First you have to go to uh, first you have to go to the Google and type model mapper MBN. Click on this. So version, I have get this version. Okay, so you have to, I will get this one. This version, this is the dependence. You just copy it. You have to paste on the form.xml file inside this dependency set. This dependency inside this bracket you have to paste it. Right, I already pasted it. I don't need to take again. Here we have already pasted that version. Right, this how we have pasted. Right, then only after paste it you have to click on this button, tap click. Right, so here I already, again I am going to paste it. Right, so because if you have do any changes here, if you click on this button, then only it will be applied. So here I am to remove it. Okay, so that's the thing you have to write it. Okay, right. So after that, what I did here is, after done the dependencies, you have to create the package which is a config package. Right click, new package, you have to name it as config. The package you name it as config. After the package has been created, inside the package I am going to create a class which is a model mapper config. A model mapper config. Right. This class you have to add the annotation configuration annotation. After this is a bean class. Okay, you have to reuse this class. Okay, after all the program, you have this a bean class. So bean class you have to create the method public model mapper. It's a model mapper method. You have to return view model mapper. You have to write the simple bean class you have to create. With that configuration annotation, you have to create a simple model mapper bean class. This is not normal class. It's a bean class for the security purpose, right? So this bean class mean what we are implement the bean class. This is a reusable purpose. You have to make this class as a bean class. Okay, this bean class you have to use any of the DTO, any of the IMPL. You have to call it. You have to add this model mapper. You have to call it, right? This is a bean class. That's it. We have to add the bean annotation. The Spring Boot very simple. All things are we have to consist of the annotation based, right? So that this very simple to implementations, right? Now with all things we have done it. So after that, after done the part, you have to add the auto-where private model mapper. You have to implement the model mapper. That's the thing you have to write it, right? After that, what I'm going to do is you have to write the transactional part. This is a transactional area. This transactional area, first you have to add the annotations transactional. You have to create the method. We already created the method. The method we have created where is a controller. Which controller? This is control. You have to create the add sales. It is coming here. Right. Here the record is passing here. After that, we have a two different tables: sales table and sales details table. Sales table record is coming here. This is a repo. This is the entity, sales entity. Create the object new. Sales save DTO. Sales save DTO. This is sales save DTO. Get date and get total. We have a two. We have to implement two here. You can see here. Date and total. These two things. It goes to here. Right. So after that we have to call sales repo dot save method. Okay, there is a, this is the our repo, where's repo, sales repo, the sales repo here. You have to create the object sales repo dot save. Okay, because this is the jp, the all the record I already explained what is a jp. All the SQL query managed by the jp. Okay, insert into, right, this insert into, right, so all things it will be managed by the jp. So you have write like this jp. Okay, so you have called jpa, it has a method called save. This what is the record you are coming here, date and total coming from the front end. It is passing to this object. This object you have to call it over here. It is add the record into the database via this entity format. This entity format, right? After that, first here, what I did here is, here you can see this is the very important section. Okay, in the program you must observe this area. It's very must, because what the thing is, here does, we have two different tables, sales and sales details table. See, if the sales table has id, then only we will be, the sales details table we will be add the record into the database. Because the thing is this, here you can, I am going to get the notepad again. Here you can see here the sales id, sales table id, this is sales id. Okay, so one sales details, I already explained, sales details table is a sales details id, sales id, this one, product name one, product something sugar. Here you can see here sales side, this sales side, this table id go here, the sales side, so it should be one. Again here another item, sales id 2, rice, the same bill. Okay, so what I did is, when the sales, this table is registered successfully, the id has been created. Okay, that is a sales id. This id is available, then only it will be registered the sales details. Okay, if without this id we cannot register the sales details. Okay, so if the id is available, only it's coming here. That's the thing you have to check. If so, where we can't check it, how to check it, there is a repo, which is the one where there is a query checking. So repo exists by id, the sales, what the id is coming here, we get the id using get sales id, right? After that, open and close bracket, we have a list, because we have to pass into the details into the front end as a DTO format. So we have to write here list sales details. We have to create the object. Okay, sales details mean here this sales details. Get the object sales save details. This sales detail get sales save details. You get sales save details. Okay, dot stream. Okay, you write the stream. Okay, this dot map. Okay, details. You have to map the details. Here we have used the sales details mapper dot sales details mean this all the sales details. Here the sales details. This all the fields. Okay, so you have to get it. Sales is a class. Sales details dot set sales. We have set sales. We have to call this sales. Right, sales. After that you have to write here, first you have to check it, the product id also. Well, product id also we have a id, so this table, it has another column called product id, prod product. This also the check it whether the product is available or not before register the invoice. That also the must. Without a product, out to register the sales. Okay, so product also we have to check it whether the product is available on the product is a product ID, is a product ID, right? So that's also the we have to check it via the repo, product repo. There's a product repo. This is a product repo means a product table. You have to call the repo to get by ID whether the product is exist or not. If it exists, all things are done. Now it will be registered record. Okay, so it will be all things are collect as a list. After that, what I did is here, if sales detail is not empty. Okay, if it's not operate, not empty, sales details, because here it's not saved, because we have collection of record. We are call it as save all. You have to pass this save details over here. Okay, the sales details. This sales details passing here. That is all the collection. We have to set it as a collection field. Okay, so map it. And that's the thing you have tried it. Okay, after that, these two tables at the record, we have to return the message sales added successfully. Okay, understand the scenario. You go through this code 2 or 3 times, you will be able to get it. Okay. Okay, I hope you guys. Okay, you just write it this all the things. Look at my code and write all down. Here this is simple one. Simple code. Right? Simple code. Right? Now let's run the program. Running successfully. Now let me check it. Click save button. What's the problem? The problem is here. The problem is here. So we have to add the record first. We have to all things we haven't added, I think. Okay, we don't have a product, that's why you take there. So first you have to all the things have registered. So here first what I did here is again we have to this one I put it create. So to put that update. Sorry. Once we made all the things successfully, this one we have don't create again, because if you create again, the database is recreated again. Your existing record will be deleted. Okay, so you have to make once your tables, all the tables has been created, you have to make it as update. Okay, don't put as a create. It recreate your table has been recreated again by again. Right. Now I'm going to run it again. So now I'm going to add the APIs again. Right. So first I'm going to do it here. From the sales say category part. Category is washing machine. I am going to register first category washing machine. Another one I'm going to create another category which is a TV, radio, power bank, power bank. After that, you have to create the brand Samsung, Sony, HP, Dell. These are the brands. Okay, Nokia. After that, we am going to register the product. I'm going to register the product. So how to register product? Now I'm going to register product. So how to register product? There's Samsung. Okay, so this category. So let's check all the postman. The tables such as the category brand. Okay, now let's check it. This one should be our product. Sorry, get all brand Sony one. Okay, so right. So yeah, product also I'm going to register as a product. Okay, here Samsung category brand ID one. Price is this. We'll get do this. Second one I'm going to this set third second one. Right. We have registered product. Now let's do the thing is now let's first what the things you have to do it here is you have to now you can see here now you have to post the record here the sales added successfully. Now why the earlier not added, we have empty tables, all the tables. There is no products, category, and brand. So how it's possible to complete the sales without the shop? Okay, without the item, how to make the sales? So that its error should be there. So now here sales added successfully. Now you will be able to see here all things are done successfully. Here sales details tables. There are two columns added over here. Right here sales tables here, you can check it here, all things. Right now, let's go to the sales table. There's a ID to the sales, we have made it. So the sales details table, we have two items here. Here's product ID 111, quantity. Here this is sales details ID, it will be generated. Okay, the sales ID. Here you can look at the sales ID 222, washing machine and sugar. So product. Okay, okay, so this is the detail. You have to add it like this. I hope you guys understood things well. Okay, you just go through my all the API, but I already complete the backend part well. Okay, now I want to do the front end part, which is an Angular, right? So keep watching this video. This is very helpful to make your future projects. Okay, that's why I bring this video. This is very helpful. I finished the backend successfully. Thank you for watching.